It's awesome. You're right. You're right. That's something to say. Well, uh,
I got a crazy invitation the other day. I don't know if I can take it or not as a man.
as a man, okay, hold
As
on.
a man, you know what I mean? Listen, you got to think in your life, um, the perception, right? Like people are always like, oh, he, if you run your house as a man, there's a reason for it, right? Ultimately, no matter what someone says to you, it don't matter where you can end the argument if you're the grown ass man in that house, right?
Right.
So for my life, all I got to say to anybody that's in my motherfucking house, and that goes from my wife to my kids to any visitor. Hey, motherfucker, I paid for that. Get the fuck up, get the fuck out of here, right?
Okay.
And you know what I mean? Like listen, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm telling you the way that I have
That's
lived.
that's the power that you have. Yes.
That's my life right
Okay.
now. Don't get me wrong. A lot of the times, the uh, the person that I would say that to would be like, whatever. It ain't like they're like certainly twisted over, but I do reserve that right.
Okay.
So yesterday I get an invitation. The invitation is that my son is coming home in 3 weeks, and he wondered if we would like to live with him.
Ooh. Ooh.
Now, I don't know if I can give up that power.
Ah, you don't want Tyson to be
Right?
like, yo, Pops, I paid for that. Get your feet off. Hey, make your bed too.
Or no, at least I can't say, motherfucker, this is my house to any of the siblings. I would never, I could probably live with not saying it to Tyson.
Right. Okay, I
But
got
how am I gonna keep his mama and them other kids in check?
yeah, you'll have to find a different way of
This
control.
one step, this one step away from getting divorced.
Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, you'll have to
Right? I mean, imagine if your girl, if you had a smart mouth and you didn't pay the rent or you didn't pay the mortgage, right? And
yeah.
you know it's gonna happen the first time I get smart with her, right?
I have to be extra nice. I have to be extra nice. Yeah.
She's gonna say, "Get the fuck out! This is Tyson's crib anyway." Oh man! Oh, oh, oh.
Dude, yeah.
Uh,
So hey,
I don't know if I can deal with this shit.
everybody in the chat, let us know your opinion all throughout the podcast. If you
What do
go
you do? What do you do? What do you do when your sibling, or not sibling, when your offspring asks you that or gives you the opportunity to move in with them? I
let
don't
us know,
know.
guys. What do you do? And for
Now,
everybody,
don't get me wrong, the crib is huge. The crib is huge.
where's the crib at? Where you at or
In Martinsburg, yeah.
how's
And
that?
also, too, think about this. I only got to live with him 7 months.
Then he goes and yeah.
5 months he's gone. 5 months he's gone. And even probably in that 5 months that he's gone, he's probably gone another 2 months because, he's going to be traveling the world, training and doing whatever he does.
I probably hey, just make sure your name is on the deed, but stay home. Oh, okay. Rob Vision Jr. says, I live there. I'm still dad. Okay. Okay. Hey, Rob.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Rob, if you're not busy, you can hop on with us.
Oh, I think that Rob is on to something. If as long as it's all when there's no emotions and feelings and argument.
Right, because you're still a father. You're still a father. Hey, so for every
Yeah, you don't need me to pay the if you don't need me to pay that rent mortgage at the end of the month. I don't know. I'm gonna have to start cutting the grass. Right? I gotta find something.
Well, I know you're a beast with them dishes, so you can at least stick to that.
Well, yeah, I am a good host, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's a secret. Let me tell you this. I mean, there's no denying that I am I'm a professional athlete, what did they say, 37-time world champion the other day on CBS. So there's no denying that I have had my time in the limelight. There's also no denying that I am the best parent in the world.
Right.
Right? That's been well documented as well, including looking for a ghostwriter and someone to get us an advance on the book. I mean, that's easy to see. But also, I hate to say it, but I can give husband advice as well.
Husband advice. Okay. You also
every day. Top 3 best husbands in the world. And one way that I have in my life deflected my relationship with my wife, having a little trouble here or there. She's mad about this, mad about that. One trick that I have is invite a bunch of her family to our house, and I just work my ass off, right?
Yeah. That's called damage control.
Make the spaghetti.
Damage control.
Yeah, you're collecting collateral damage. You're not avoiding the problems. You're figuring out how to clean up after. You're like when America went and cleaned up after Hiroshima.
Build a couple statues, come
in. I mean, even if she goes and lives with one of her family members, she's still gonna see me twice a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I included everyone. And I know that it only costs $4 more to feed 13 people spaghetti than just the 6 in my house. It's like,
another potato in the pot.
A little more water in the sauce, baby. Get the fuck out of here. I got enough.
Engen says 37 times world champion. Now, which Pinocchio said that?
Tell Engen he would be amazed at the American media now and what they'll repeat that I give them.
Did you watch
especially in the Chicagoland area?
Did you watch the Cam Newton clip I sent you?
What are you looking at, buddy?
Yeah, I saw that before. I
can't see it.
Yeah, that's for me. You hang out.
So, Rob, what's your opinion? If all of a sudden your kids paying for your housing and everything.
Hey, I think, Rob, this is a good, and I could be wrong, Rob, but I think this is a good precursor of something that could actually happen in your life.
Yeah, I think so.
How many kids are we working with now? 4?
I got 5. 5.
Jesus Christ, 5 fucking kids. So,
but 2 of them,
one of those kids is most likely, because of you, are going to do something ridiculous, amazing, that would cause maybe you and Heather to come back.
Yeah, I see this as a possibility moving forward, and I understand the conundrum of how it's a kick in your teeth as a grown man being dependent off your kids. But I mean, shit, it's like, didn't you struggle all those decades to get them there?
No. I told Tice, I'm like,
I don't look at it as living off them. I look at it as continued support.
It was such an uphill battle, bro.
It's continued in-house support.
Hey, so the producer comes to the house, right? And he's got Tyson and he's got me and Casey, and we're all sitting there. And the producer's like, I mean, you got to know what kind of story you got here, young man. I mean, someone that grew up the way you did to be in this position. And I'm like, whoa, cut. The fuck are y'all talking about? This man grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth. I mean, what are we talking about?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is even just raising kids, right? If you're gonna do like the sports on the level that you did, I mean, I'm at the high school level with sports right now with Gabriella, and it is a commitment. I mean, you're in it like every day of your life. So I mean, there's gotta be, I think Artem said, some reparations I like that word.
I'm not saying that one time I lost to Jerry, we did not have Christmas, but hey, it wasn't the worst life in the world, homeboy.
You had kids back then that old when you pulled Jerry? You still had kids?
I don't know what year I pulled Jerry, but yes, I was full.
I do. I was there. That was one of my first big events I went to. I think it was either 05 or 06.
Oh, yes, I was 2 kids deep since 04.
Damn.
Hey,
well, no, you had a backer in that. You had that crazy guy, Armadillo Go or something.
Oh, I didn't say I lost my money. I said I didn't gather the money I was going to get.
He didn't have the extra cheddar.
We got $20 super chat from Chris Pantello. Why does no one talk about Engin versus Crazy George? The hype will have been.
Engin doesn't want to pull Crazy George. Engin got hurt with a guy like Crazy George.
Say what, Travis?
Engin, there is no Engin and Crazy George. Engin could never, ever in the history of his life beat Crazy George.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you're watching it.
What? Engin knows that. I mean, that ain't no mystery.
Oh, yeah,
it's
like
not because Crazy George is such an amazing
Engin's
athlete.
career got ended bouncing off a guy that was a poor man's Crazy George.
Yeah. Crazy George is heavier than Engin, man. Crazy George can beat everybody.
So, Rob, you elaborate. Who Engin pulled?
I don't know his name, but I know a part of why Engin hates the Kings move was when Engin was running at his prime and his very best. He pulled a guy who pulled a Crazy George type of move, and Engin tried to basically side pressure through it, control through it, and I think he blew up his elbow or shoulder. And,
yeah, he tells the story. Yeah,
I don't know anyone that was able to consistently beat Crazy George aside from Denny Dubray.
Yeah, and you know it's funny too. I hear that all the time. That's like saying that Ron Bass consistently beat John Brzezinski. It's like, no, yeah, you're right. He won 8 times, but he lost 714 times.
No, that's not true. You realize Denny
Dubray George 1,000,000 times.
You realize Denny Dubray like beat Dave Patton and looked that good.
Well, that's another one right there. Again, he beat Dave Patton twice, lost to him 212 times.
Stop it. I know he's from Virginia, Travis. Stop it.
What? I'm not
You're being silly.
It's like when I tell people I beat John Brzezinski, it's like I leave out the 74 that I lost to him.
No, hey, listen, I'm giving you stats from Crazy George's mouth.
No. Crazy George.
Oh, I know what this is about. It's because Crazy George beat you one time.
He would beat everybody on this show.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I have more hand than you. So you preach, make your hand the handle. You don't know how to turn a dude palm up. You've never done it. You depend on people to get themselves in trouble with you. You're really just a fancy Kings mover. You wait for people to get in trouble holding on to you.
Do you know how many times that I've been in the middle of a fucking war and I'm in the corner, some jackass jumps out and says, "Turn him palm up," and I'm thinking, man, shut the fuck up. I don't even possess
Travis, I don't remember you being in a war. One time, and it was like viral on YouTube.
That's the problem.
It's when you said, "Stand up, Biggin."
Know when I'm in a war.
Stand up, Biggin. That's the only time.
It looks like I'm winning 3-0 easy, but trust me, I was in a war internally.
Brandon Daniels said the guy that Engin was pulled was Anatoly Marcinayev, one of the OG Kings movers.
Yeah. I know. I think Engin picked up a bad injury from it. But again, in a Kings move, that's the Venus flytrap. If you're hungry to dig for that pin and your ego tells you go, you'll fuck your shit up. You got to realize that that's a defensive strategy, that they can't really go too crazy on the attack. I mean, they could probably gain some ground, but if you go hard for the pin, I mean, look at Michael Todd. Every single person in the WAL series that tried to go for the pin died on that guy.
Dude, there's a weird spot too. You got his hand, you feel all good right there at the bottom. This dude, you could go from having everything you want to losing your hand. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Weird.
Well,
man, I need to apologize now to the arm wrestling world. I am getting so fucking strong by doing this show every day. Holy shit.
Hey, I also want to.
Can you imagine? Hey, listen, can you imagine, Rob, if 1 hour that you did side pressure nonstop every day?
You know, when I went to my daughter's volleyball banquet, the coaches told the girls in the off season that there's a strong studies that say 18 minutes a day, just 18 minutes a day will make you like a professional at something. Every day, 18 minutes. So yeah, but I don't think that my joints could hold up to it because I have a tendency
you just can't use all that weight, player.
Right. That's
yeah.
Get back to your CBS disease that Travis now been talking about every single day. That's why
Hey,
you
dude, by the way, you might have started a trend because I've had so many people reach out to me saying, dude, I hope your CBS disease. I wish you the best.
Dude, I get comments on every.
When Artem made the short clip, dude, it was tight. That was tight. When I hear something as I'm doing this machine and I'm like, what the fuck did he do? No, we're getting back to that. We getting back to that. That was great.
I know because now, like, whatever new clip I post, anything that have to do with something like some type of subject, oh man, that's a CBS right there.
Yeah. It kind of caught traction. Everybody like appreciates it for that bullshit that he put into it. When I know deep down inside, this motherfucker knows exactly what it is. So the problem is with what he's saying is it's a spot that I'm stuck in. Do you push on a side pressure machine for an hour a day and it's kind of like 50% effort? Is it any more gain than doing like two times a week at like 95% effort or even 100? To me, the 100 feels more damaging, but I think that in the damage, that's where the body responds, in my opinion. I haven't done both of these in a closed case study with a fucking trial and clinic, but it makes more sense to me.
Well, for you to progress, even like me and Travis talked about the pull-ups another day, like you do need to like push yourself even for the confidence to something, like to do this. Like if you do something, it has to be heavy enough to where you can't do it for more than like 30 seconds to 60. But in your case too, like, I mean, I think it's all about the balance, I mean, you do have to have both. You can't be just doing over 100% PR shit every day.
No, it'll tear you up. I think that moving forward, I'll probably be like lighter and just build connection for the next 2 weeks. Like just something like just kind of feel the body lines.
I am going to be such a hog at like coming forward side pressure wise because it's just being on the thing for that long. It is crazy how comfortable you can get in this starting position.
I think there's also have something to be said about how long both of you guys been doing this. So like, yeah, I feel like if you're a brand new guy, you may not get a lot of just, minimal pressure, whatever, some cozy shit. But if you already have the moves down and you're already a bad dude, you just like not coordinate off the couch. That's right there. Will just kind of drop all the.
If you're lucky enough to have this fucking station that I have right here, because there's no reason for me not to do this if I'm doing this podcast. So I don't care what you do during the flip side is,
yeah, but Travis, what's teaching you the multi-directional pressure you're going to be feeling? Because you're either pulling backwards.
I don't know. All I'm telling you is that just give me 1 hour of your time every day. If you do that, I don't care really what it is. Just do pull-ups for this whole hour every day for 5 days. You'll be a bad motherfucker, boy. I'm telling you, this setup to me, and I could be completely wrong, but I did this for about 2 weeks, took one shot of fucking stem cell, and beat Artem and him like they wasn't even there.
Dude.
Now, I done put 10 more pounds on this motherfucker. It's up to 80 fucking pounds. I feel like a freak. And look, my tricep extension, look at this. This is how light the weight is, right? Now, but it's just light because of how fucking diesel I am right now. But no one cares if the weight's 10 pounds. Because after 45 minutes, it's going to be a bitch. This shit is awesome, dude. I'm a genius. I mean, let's just add this to the platform. Number one arm wrestler, number one dad, number one parent. I'm sorry, number one parent, number one husband. Now, number one trainer in the whole world.
I'd like to get some case study opinions on this.
Here it is.
Damon
Get
Payne
a fucking anything, and every day you do this podcast with me for 1 hour.
Hey, bro,
you pick the exercise.
Casey, go upstairs and get Casey and let me ask her thoughts on these claims.
Hey, first of all, that's good that you said that, Rob. Before the podcast, we have established that Travis have not been kicked out of the house. He is still in marriage because I saw Casey before the podcast. She was there to make sure Travis is working. Damon Payne says, I'd like to see the weight stack personally. Travis, can you get the phone down at some point or not?
Man, why y'all on me like this, man? No, I can't do that.
No.
Did you see that tricep extension?
Yeah, that's called take me on my word.
You know how light this weight must be to be able to do this?
Guy does skull crushes with 300.
Hey, here's the funny part. That kind of hurts my fucking tit a little bit right there. I gotta be careful.
Well, be careful. That's the old tear you got.
Yeah, that's the one old Saban.
Saban Badalescu.
Yeah. Hey, Chris Pontello, this $5 super chat. He says traveling versus Devon 2024. I'm assuming he meant Travis versus Devon 2024, but I need another super chat to correct that.
Whoa, what would I don't know. Dude, I watched Georgie and Devon's match.
So what'd you think?
Did you watch that, Rob?
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, listen, Devon's got to be suspended from professional athletics for acting like that.
What you didn't like exactly? There was a lot of shit.
Man, what is wrong with him? What is wrong with him? Why would he grab your hand with 2 fingers on top of your index finger and then say you're a pussy, fight me? Don't touch me, fight me. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with him? And my kids was watching it. They're like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? So yeah, he's a very unsportsmanlike human being, man.
Well, he did say that he learned the best out of you. So I don't know if you were.
Whoa. Man, listen. Have you ever seen, listen, imagine this, right? Imagine this. There's a kid in your neighborhood, right? Right? You have kids, you got kids, they got kids. The whole family's over there, and they tell you a story of another kid from another neighborhood. And they say, man, you ever met that kid over there? Little red-haired, freckle-faced motherfucker. Here's what I saw him doing. I saw him lighting up little sticks trying to catch the fucking whole forest on fire. I told him, hey, dude, you cannot fucking do that. And the kid gives me the finger and says, fuck you. Do you believe that little 7-year-old? And then 2 weeks later, the same person says, hey, man, that 7-year-old, it's so funny. He reminds me of your son, Jack. So when you tell me or anybody tells me that Devon is trying to act like me, but he's being a fucking meanest, I mean, my goodness, I've never seen nobody so mean. So I know.
Well, listen. All right. How do I put this? There is absolutely some similarities in the speech and in the approach. The delivery might be a little different. It's like two guys telling a joke.
People like Tom Nelson act like Travis.
Hey, listen, do you realize that comedians really aren't like, they have people that write their jokes for them. They're just really good at delivering it. So you guys are saying similar things with, I mean.
Yeah, but I think you're right, Rob, but I feel delivery is that exactly where the problem is at.
Right. Like Travis has been that aggressive and offensive.
Oh man. I mean what Georgie didn't even understand what was going on, right?
You're talking about Georgie. Well, let's go rewind it to Dennis. That was another level.
Man, I don't know, dude. It's going to be tough for me to handle that type of verbal. It's like being a straight up bully. I mean, can this dude fight that well? I know we all assume that he can fight, right? Because of him military or something. Is that what it is? I mean, and the fact that he wasn't scared, I'd be scared to death to fight that Thor guy.
Well, I mean, Thor was a different
I'm
level.
telling you, man, if he talks to me like that, I'm going to say something to him to make him want to fight me.
You know what the problem is that I see a lot of peacocking and none of it popping off.
Yeah, that would be good. As long as we can guarantee that we don't fight, I'm cool with let's argue. But I'm like, man, he's going crazy. Like with his verbiage and his posture and tone. Holy shit, bro. I mean, what are we doing here? And he told the kid, he told Bobkin to shut the fuck up in front of the kid.
That was a random good one, too. Bobkin stands up, and Devon was like, yeah, hey, Bobkin, why you stand up? You don't even know how to arm wrestle. Sit down and shut up.
Well, he said all that, but he said fuck 3 times in the middle of that. That's the strange part.
No, he did not. I heard it.
Yeah, he did. He said, sit the fuck down.
Oh, he definitely said fuck at least 7 times. 3 times in what the sentence you said, and 2 more as he's walking out.
Hold on.
I will fuck you up if I'm not mistaken, as one of them. I mean, in front of my kids? God damn.
Not great. No, he gonna say a single fuck when he talked to Bobkin.
Artem, you're crazy. I heard it in English.
Like that.
I played it.
Any man that lets another man talk to him like that must be living with his kid, not paying rent or mortgage.
Artem, I saw it in English. It was real.
You don't even believe there's
he told him to sit the fuck down.
Of course, it's just too.
Yes, he did.
I'm playing for you right now. He goes, sit down.
He says, sit the fuck down.
Dude, I'm playing for you the clip. Why are you not listening?
In English? When he walks in the room?
Of course, it's just too, you know, not great.
He goes, just sit down and shut up.
You better get to the comments on that one, bro. I saw it plain as day.
I live by that clip. That's how much I hate Bobkin. I know the whole thing word for word. It's like when Lindsay's watching Disney movies, and when Lindsay can really break down the whole Disney movie ahead of time. Like, what the line are you saying? Oh, it's about.
Hey, there is zero chance I got some extended clip, reality altering video. He goes, "Hey, how you doing? Sit the fuck down."
If he said it more than one time, that makes it a bit better. Maybe we're talking about 2 different moments.
How many times, Artem? The clip you're watching right now, when does he drop the F-bomb? What point?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't drop an F-bomb in the clip that I'm watching. Let me see what's the score of the.
I'm just saying he walks in and looks at Bobkin. He goes, hi, with a smile. And then Bobkin stands up and he looks and goes, sit the fuck down.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's the one I'm watching. It's already 1-0. It's after the first round.
Oh man, we're talking about this. This is earlier in the day.
This is a conference room.
Oh, yeah, all right. Well, I mean, Bobkin deserved it. What can I say?
Okay, so wait a minute. Let's blow that out. What's the situation with you and Bobkin and why?
Oh, Bobkin tried to treat me the same way he treats everybody, and like it was like
trying to treat me like that too.
Right.
Well, I never heard of Bobkin before this match, so you got to enlighten me.
Well, I mean, we just I feel like the guy just have communication problems, right? He talks to everybody like he is the boss and dad. And I felt like maybe it was just me, but then I saw what he did to Travis and to many people. He just miscommunication, just terrible human being on everything. Like he asked me for something. I mean, he always asked some shit on Instagram, but it started with him asking me to do something. And I said something funny back, like, well, that's and that. And he went off on whole part. And then when I see him in real life and, we just had some miscommunication, right? Like on the on the private messenger. He goes to my table where I'm having breakfast. So, hey, you know this guy? This guy is so like just start going off on how bad of a person I am just because he could not communicate with me. And I'm like, if I cared anymore, like he should have been slapped right there. But like I don't like I know who you are, and literally like I don't know how as a translator, dude, nobody fucking likes you. So like I'm okay. You go ahead, spread the message because I feel like you just kind of amping up your image. And then with
Are
Travis,
you a slapper? Are you a slapping dude kind of guy, Artem?
no, because I'm chill. You have to really drive me there for me to like to do something. You know, I mean,
I got you.
you know, I mean, I understand that I don't want to have my mug shot anywhere. You know, I mean, I'll slap the fuck out of somebody, but I also don't want to be on the news. So you have to, like, you
That's
have,
what.
you have to,
Hey,
Artem,
here's
come
the
on,
truth.
man.
He
What?
thinks he would slap the shit out of a motherfucker, but
Artem, every kid in
because
high
he
school
doesn't
would
want to
say,
go to jail, he doesn't do it.
everyone would sit there and say, like in high school, like, I don't want to get in trouble with the principal. If
well,
you're really a gamer,
that's not
you smack that shit up, and before a principal comes, you leave.
that's not what I'm saying. Like you have to like get me there. You know what I mean? For me not to care about anything. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like you mixing me with Brenda Morris who have no fuse. You know what I mean? I'll sit
Well,
with
I mean,
shit.
there's people who just have go time and people who don't. I mean, that's okay. I'm not saying that you have to be. I was just asking.
Well, yeah, I do, but my tolerance level is a little higher.
I got you.
Let's just drop it. Let's just drop it. Let's be. I'm okay with the mugshot if that's what you want me to say. I'm totally fine with that. It's just for me.
Not really, because we haven't seen any.
Exactly.
That,
You already said, you just
that's
said he deserved a slap in the face,
If somebody
but he never
asked
got a
me,
slap in the face.
if some old ass football coach walked up to me talking shit and I show him the clip of me being incarcerated for smacking the shit out of an old motherfucker at a football game, that's documented proof, Artem. We need some of that. At least one arrest warrant before we know that you smacking it.
I'm 2 weeks of devil lettuce, so don't try me, okay? It's a
Well,
little
you
bit
know what? Before you were a citizen, you couldn't get no fight either, right?
exactly. Can be in no troubles, get kicked out back home. Citizen, no weed. I'm totally normal and aggressive person nowadays.
Hey, you know who, speaking of Russians and violence, you know who's the coolest Russian, in my opinion, in probably history of arm wrestling?
All right.
Roman Sindiliani.
All right, the Georgian
So-
dude. All right, now they're Russian. Go
So
crazy.
this guy, well, he was a refugee from Russia, so I don't know what
Well,
his
by
origin is.
the last name, yeah, he's Georgian.
Yeah, but that's okay. Like, there's Italian guys who live here in
You
America.
have to measure.
I don't say they're from
You have to
fucking
measure the
Italy,
arm
bro.
hair. If the arm hair is like 2 inches on the forearm,
Let's not get too semantics over here. So Roman Sindiliani comes over here and he's trashing everybody, and the ego's growing, and he's getting on TV, and next thing you know, he's flexing for ESPN when he's on the PAC World Championships in like 06 or 07. Dude was loving his life being a celebrity all over fucking ESPN, but we didn't know he was over here on like a hidden name because he was a refugee from fucking Russia. And then next thing you know, people see this shit and they're like, oh, that's Vopkia or some shit, which Roman Sindiliani was a fake name. I think his real name was like a Russian name. So they saw that shit and they came over here and extradited his ass. I'm like, bro, like you can be the baddest dude in the world, but if you really on like a runaway from multiple murders, don't go popping off on ESPN.
yeah. So his real name was Jambul.
What Rob's saying does not represent
Jambul
the beliefs
Viviani
of the show. We cannot confirm any of this to be actual.
Hey,
there's been some notable fucking arm wrestling crimes, man. No doubt.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It happens in Russia all the time. There was one dude from Chechnya, orange hair, orange beard. 1 year, you might know like the picture. 1 year comes to Zloty because it was not too far ago, maybe 2013, 2014. Goes to Zloty, beats everybody. I think like 200, whatever that class is, right? Gets banned for like later on for doping tests, right? But still competes in regional events by different name. But nowadays we have cameras, so the whole event is on camera, and then now it's different name. But the guy comes up, and they're like, and Russia being the system it is, everything gets punished, right? They see the guy now, referees banned. Now the a person who hosts an event is banned. So like everybody is like under the trouble after you allow someone to come there with a fake name. So yeah.
Hey, speaking of that, do you remember when Arsen Liliev sent in a doppelganger to weigh in for him?
That I heard that story. Yeah.
Holy shit. Talk about the balls on this motherfucker. So a guy who's like probably 220 yoked is sending in a fucking kid that's like a doppelganger for him at like 176. The guy goes and weighs in. This guy's over here at the Russian version of the fucking Golden Corral, stuffing face and hitting gear, ready to smash everybody, twice the size, and he sends a doppelganger in to weigh in for him. And that's not truth is stranger than fiction, guys. That's the truth. This fucking guy did it, and then he comes to the tournament, and people are like, wait a second. Talk about the big balls on these cats. And who's the guy that got talked into doing the weigh-ins?
Hey, I talked to a guy that may or may not have won the world championship. And I asked him, I said, dude, what were you going to do if they tested you? He said, I was just leaving. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I was just going to walk out as soon as they told me that I pulled a card.
Yeah, that's what people do too. Like Herman remember seeing this shit. Like everybody pulled the cards, and whoever knew, they just ran out. They just run, and it's like that just means automatic disqualification, and you're not getting your medal. But yeah, that people.
Well, that's the thing that triggers me when they say, you know, well, WAF is a tested event. Like, so if you want to be like part of that like regime, you go to WAF, and I'm like, you don't really realize that the guys who win WAF just run it hot, and if they get tested, a lot of them either pop hot or leave.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You got to test every motherfucker above me to tell me that I didn't move up. The fuck you talking
All right, so Travis, switching gears real quick, in good faith. Did you see the video I made today?
I did not. What was it?
So I made a video kind of breaking on you a little bit for taking that Hermes match. Because I really feel like you've been a couch cowboy for like, what, 5 years now? And I think it's an absurd match, and you have a distinct...
Hold on here. Are you telling me this to apologize right now before I listen to it?
No. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
No, it was basically saying how the last time I seen you in a match, you got your ass whipped by Brandon Ellis.
Whoa. So what you're saying is you're here to apologize before I watch it? I accept your apology.
No, because you know the problem is you are very, very good at lining up the artillery on everyone you talk about, but I don't feel like you're very good in your defense systems.
Okay. Yeah, but
I feel like you're very good at telling everybody why they're terrible, but you're not really open for the audit being brought down on you.
You're talking
I mean, let's be honest.
The
last time I seen you really arm wrestle, you lost to
right.
Wars.
I don't want to hear it. You're right.
Okay, so I said it was a crazy match, and that's great. Like, you're in the sport and you're competing. I just think it's a crazy match that people are doing for clicks and views, because I don't know that besides pulling on your side pressure machine, you're invested.
Did you see what I did to Artem? Did you see what Artem did to Paul Lynn? Enough.
You absolutely beat the shit out of a top 10, 200-pound guy in North America.
Hey, Paul is good, like top 3. I put him in the 220 class.
What, in left hand?
Yeah.
I don't know how good anybody is because I've been laying low.
Let's just say I'm so good it doesn't even matter. I'll be number 1 in 200, 220, 242 in supers.
Oh my God, Artem, stop it!
Very shortly. Hey, I'm telling you right now.
You plan on having me killed off?
Well, you're not the competition to be left-handed, Rob. I'm gonna kill anybody.
Rob, do you think you could beat Artem left-handed?
Yes, I do.
No, it's no.
Why do you say no? I ran through nationals at 200 and 220 without issue back when nationals was a prize possession.
Rob, please.
That's not back in the days, Rob.
Travis, you know what, Travis? How's this? I'm going to expose your dirty laundry, motherfucker. You asked me to lay down to you at Rule of the Nation because I was a dude that was giving you fits, and then you lost to John Brzezinski because you couldn't even fucking pin me.
Artem was not at the Ruler of the Nation. He would never lay down.
Well, Rob, let's just say there are people here asking for me and you pulling right now, and if
Whoa!
And it never happened because I was too light when you were pulling, and now you're not pulling, and now I'm kind of good. So
No, listen. The fact is, I can't make time move faster. I'm fast forwarding I'm going to be pulling. Just because WAL doesn't have left-handed classes doesn't mean my left wasn't good. I walked through the left-hand regionals when there was 100 guys in my class like butter.
yeah, I get it. I'm just saying, like, if we pull,
Do I think you would have done that? No, I don't.
Yeah, I was 165, and
no. Do I think you right now going back in time in that left-hand regionals? Do I think you would have walked through it? No, I don't.
Who was second place?
Todd, who was the current hammer holder at the time.
Yeah. So yeah, I will have done the same thing.
Yeah, but you're taking timeline for timeline. That's like me saying Travis against Jerry Caderet.
You're saying fairy tales, so I'm telling fairy tales too. You know, I mean, like it's
yeah, of course.
So you can just get up and we can pull next year. Like it's very easy. I just don't think you're beating me.
Well, based on anything you've done, I have a solid rebuttal as well.
Great.
Who's the biggest left-hand win you got?
Biggest left-hand win I got that official?
What do you mean official? A fucking left-hand win?
Well, I'm just saying, like I can bring up like some fake Hutchings super match, right? But I can say
okay, same here. Next,
Paul Talbot,
165 guy at WAL. Good, congratulations.
At 200 pounds, don't worry about it.
But he's a 165 hammer holder.
Yeah,
Paul Lynn.
Who else?
I don't know anything about Paul Lynn's left hand. What's a good left hand win you got?
I know it's good.
Brand Rackers.
Didn't Brandon Elstesser beat you?
Beat me. He didn't beat him.
In a tournament in Winter Blast, yeah, after the super match.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Listen, Artem.
Brand Rackers.
Don't ride as high as you think you are right now.
Dude, I'm not. I'm just, you're the one getting butt hurt that I'm saying that I'm going to beat you, and I will.
No. Well, yeah, because you disagree. I disagree. It's not butt hurt. I disagree.
Well, you're the one bringing the wins, and I'm telling you, I've beaten every top left-handed dude that's currently in this country, top left-handed dude right now.
No, you haven't. You beat the current left-handed dudes on the rankings list.
Yeah, so who is not on the ranking list is top dude?
I got to look at it. I know I'm not on the ranks.
So you don't have the point.
That's why we're telling you he's gonna kill you.
Yeah, and I've beaten. I mean,
really, Travis? Would you bet on it? Would you sweeten that pot?
Yeah, $2 I got.
I'll pull that motherfucker in New Jersey. I pull Brandon Allen, and you put the money on it.
Now I'll tell you what I will do is I'll put up Artem's belt. Tell me I'm the greatest belt or whatever it is. Eat to grow. What's the belt called?
Never been beat.
Never been beat. I'll put up that.
What? You went out to California and beat Tom Stubblebine that fucking Freddie Sanchez just smashed too.
You talk way too much for the person that's
about. Hey, Artem, go get the belt, Artem. Get the belt. Show him the belt.
What do you mean I talk too much? I'm asking for something that makes you have the level of confidence you have.
Yeah, because I did drill you, Artem, from what I remember.
You pulling Brendan Allen, that's what I'm saying. I feel like if you pull somebody cooler, then they'll accept it. But like,
why? I'll tell you what. I'll skip the Brandon Allen match and you put up the same money and I'll smash you right-handed. That's easy.
Oh, my right is a little shaky nowadays. My right.
Okay, so it's a Brandon Allen right-hand match. Could you beat Brandon Allen right-handed?
Yeah, I will not throw Brandon Allen in hand.
You can beat Brandon Allen right-handed?
Yes, I can.
Really?
That will be a joke.
You lost to Coach Ray, bro.
Okay, and I beat him after. It's all happened.
After where? In the after pool?
No, in Arizona State this year.
Ooh!
Stop it.
God, where's the belt? Where is the belt?
Dude, I'm trying to find it because I keep bringing it to the tournaments and shit, showing it off. Also,
probably already lost the belt.
So hold on. What about me? Hey, what about me beating Brand Rackers left-handed with weight difference?
I have no idea about Brent Rocker's left hand. Never heard about him on any left-handed notoriety.
Even though it's his better arm?
Really? It's funny that all his national wins were right-handed.
We might as well forget about it because you two cupcakes ain't pulling each other anyway.
I'll get together and pull, but like Artem, I'll get some money put at it.
Yeah, but for you
guys are down south in a weak region. You guys all get foggy fucking minds.
For you, I'll put up. I wouldn't even care.
Florida is weak.
You just told me today, Rob. That's kind of after January because January is busy.
All right. Saying no definitively is ignorance.
And let's just put it that way. My February is so easy right now. If you have a date, I'll come to your state and beat you left-handed. Just pick a date in February.
He'll kill you left-handed. Don't even do that.
You guys are fucked up.
I'm just saying.
Right,
you guys are fucked up.
Hey,
I just want to know.
I just want to know
what has Artem done to convince the masses in himself that he's on the highest level.
Hey, we're not betting on Artem. We're betting against you. It's just like you did with me earlier in the show when you.
Hey, listen. I said that you're a current bum. Now wait a minute.
You're going to bet against me.
Will you bet against me, though? Will you actually take your son's money now that you're living mortgage-free and bet against me? I'll make a personal arrangement with you, Travis, because I'm going to put the money on my wall.
I got 99 problems, but gambling ain't one of them.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good comment. Artem is on the ranking left-handed. Rob is not ranked and not even active. If you're trying to fish a high-profile match here for clicks and views, I got you.
Yeah, guess what?
Jason Merlot, I got you.
Guess what?
Artem,
the rankings is all about activity.
Can you get out a piece of paper and we all give our predictions on January 20th so that we know that on January 21st, we can come back, me, you, and Rob, everybody puts up $100 to see who wins with picking the winners of the East vs. West card.
Oh, January 6th, I got you.
I gotta be honest, I hate that fucking card.
And we will open this up to the public as well. Anybody else that wants to work the card. What do we got? 13 matches or 14?
Hey, listen, that is ridiculousness what I'm looking at with that card. Ridiculousness. Wow. Absolute absurdity.
14 matches.
14 matches. A lot of them go 20 to 30 minutes. If you could do your math, that's a 7-hour fucking card. You guys can't even watch Braveheart for 3.5 hours with an A-list fucking celebrity in Hollywood behind it to make it interesting. Yet we're supposed to bring in new people with a 7-8 hour fucking card? Are you crazy?
Whoa. We don't do no bashing of the card on this show, man. Ingrid Tersey is listening. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, guess what? More isn't always better. Sometimes creating quality and breaking it up into like 2-3 cards or editing. Sometimes maybe making an edit shit down and then put the really good shit out there that needs to be heard. But if these matches, I've seen super matches go 40 minutes long for one match. Let's just say 20 minutes to a half hour times 14. Do the fucking math. You're talking a 7-hour card. That's crazy town. Try to get a new person to watch it for more than 2-3 hours. They don't even watch the Super Bowl that long.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, more isn't better.
I think it's a great card. I'm very happy with it.
Yeah. Who you in bed with, Travis? Who you in bed with?
All right, here we go. Where do we start? Are you got the paperwork ready?
Yeah, is that on the screen? Yeah, here we go.
I'm saying, are you writing it down or are we just going to act like we know it?
Well, hold on. I need a pen. 1 second.
Oh, man, shit.
All right, we can start.
Let's
Where
are you?
Up. So,
I gotta get a paper because I'm gonna write this down just to entertain everybody, even though half the guys on this card I don't even know. Izzy, can you get me a paper and a pen, please?
We didn't expect you to win. It's really to see how close I am to being perfect like I usually am with these cards. The only mistake I made was Brzezinski and Sasho.
No, I've seen you fuck up a few times.
What's he talking about, Artem?
I talked to you one time about Dennis being an alien at Zlotty, and I told you I thought Dave could beat him, and that was exactly the year that Dave did it. And you were like, "You're crazy. You're like, boy, you crazy. He from another fucking planet." And then I was like, I think Dave's got something for him. And then Dave did, and I was right. Just like I'm right about whipping Adam's ass, left-handed.
Whoa! Hey, that'll be good
Just
for the
tell me, you
card.
just
It'll be
tell
good
me
for
the
the
date in
card.
February, Rob. I just see the date. The ball's in your court.
All
Right.
right, so let's start in the bottom. Let's start at the bottom. What? Tell us the first match.
You want to go left or right?
I don't care. Just make sure we stay with it.
All right. We'll go from the right bottom corner. Valikovic Kitty versus Eiderhan. Not sure the name, but he's the guy that pulled Mindoagas at
Oh,
the
fuck, man.
at
That's
the.
like, I don't even know who these people are.
Well, I pulled this Valiko in Dubai, and he's fucking strong. So I'm assuming the way it all went down, because you guys not gonna know, but I'm gonna go with this Valiko on this one just because.
What's this guy? Is one of them from Kazakhstan?
One of them from Kazakhstan, one of them from Georgia.
All right, I'll go Kazakhstan on this one.
I'll go Georgia.
Them fucking
I
Kazakhstan
will
people.
go Georgia as well.
All
All
right.
right.
Me and Travis go Georgia on this one. So Valiko for the win here, and
Kazakhstan. I'm just gonna do
Rob-
Kazakhstan on
Rob
number one.
Rob gonna go his either hand. All right, now more familiar. We're gonna go Marcel Barboza and Oleg Petrenko right-handed.
Oh,
That's a great match. I will go Petrenko. I will go Petrenko. I think Marcel will be good early, but he'll run out of gas and he'll foul the shit out of himself. So Petrenko for the win.
yeah. I almost mirror that. I think Marcio is probably the stronger horsepower and aggressor, but I think the poise and as it goes on over the long rounds, Petrenko might gain some ground. I hate to do it. I love Marcio, but I'm
I'm
gonna go
definitely
Petrenko.
rooting for Marcio, but this Petrenko dude's the real deal, man.
Yeah, and he comes from he's not some scrub that popped out of nowhere. He comes from a good school, like that place he comes from breeds nothing but horses. So you got to assume he's of the same pedigree.
Okay. My bad, Phyllis. My bad. Okay, so we go with Oleg. Now, Robbie Topi pulling Pradines.
Yeah, Emerick Pradine.
Emmerich Pradines. Yes.
Yeah.
I was offered that earlier and I pussied out on that. So I'm gonna go with Pradines.
Who you pulling, Pradines?
Well, I was offered that like way like last summer, and Pradines can come down to 105.
He's been super legit for a long time, and I think he's good both-handed, but I think he might be better left-hand.
He's a little left-handed. Yeah.
Yeah, and because of his obnoxious speed and top roll that I remember him for, so of course I haven't seen him in a long time, but because of what I remember him for, I'm gonna go with him.
I'll do what I normally do, and if I'm not sure, I always go against the American. So I will go with Virginia.
Hey, I saw a video that was hilarious that I almost put as a short that Don Fry was talking about Russians. You know who Don Fry is from the old school UFC?
Of course.
He was talking about Russians. He had a hilarious clip about Russians, but it was all of Eastern Europe what he was talking about. It was hilarious. It was only like a 1 minute short. So anybody who's on the chat, if you look up Don Fry's opinion on Russians, it's pretty fucking funny. He's a party animal too. That's my kind of dude.
Alrighty, so okay, we all go with Pradines, Irakli Zirkashvili, and Paul Lynn. Right hand.
I gotta do it, man. If I'm gonna win the money on a bet, it's just a stylistic thing, man. I really gotta look at Irakli.
Yeah, no doubt that Irakli is better unless you have a personal relationship with Paul Lynn. You are going with Irakli. And since I have a personal relationship with my man Paul Lynn, I'm saying let's fucking go, Paul Lynn. Win this motherfucker and become. Listen, Paul Lynn is on his way to be in the top 10 ever lived at arm wrestling. And for him to do that, in America only because of this kind of series right here, and the fact that he is absolutely racking up international competition, 3-4 major names a year. If this fucking guy can beat these guys at this level here, right, that Irakli, oh man, there's a million of them over there for him to remain on this card for the next 5 years. So,
but who are you putting down for the bet?
Say it again.
Who are you actually what name are you putting down for the bet when we go revisit this?
What name are we putting down for the bet?
Yeah,
I am putting Paul Lynn. Paul Lynn. I'm sorry. Paul Lynn. Paul Lynn.
All right.
Paul
All
Lynn.
right. How about you, Artem?
Well, tough one too, but Paul's right felt totally different. Like that's we last Paul, so I'm gonna go with Paul, even though I do see that Irakli going to be tough, but I'm going to believe in Paul in this one.
That's how good Paul. That's how good of a guy Paul Lynn is. Is that what I mean? All things. Maybe he's not. He'd have to be. It had to be more than 60-40, and for me, it's probably rationale 57-43. But that 10% is easy for me to make up because I know this guy.
Nobody asked about personal because personal, like Irakli's body language, he's not my favorite type of person to be around. But Paul is, America's most loved arm wrestler. I just think stylistically, and when you look at how they line up.
Paul Lynn hater. We don't care. We're going with Paul Lynn, motherfucker. Let's go.
Here we go.
Just right. Say your fucking piece. Who you going with?
You just said your fucking piece. Bed fucking warmer.
Yeah, we're only allowed to say our piece on one guy. You said your piece just now about somebody that I went to.
Travis, when I got the invite on the Zoom call, there was also a waiver with it. They said I could say whatever the fuck I want.
Hey,
let's go. Next one.
Artem, stop sending that waiver out. Let's go. Next one.
Next one. This one's easy for me.
Hold on, Rob. Who do you got? You got Irakli?
I got Irakli.
I got you, hater. Matt Mask and Wagner Bortolado are right-handed.
Matt Mask.
Man, I never, ever vote for Matt Mask because I'm just never impressed with his talent level. Love the human being. But, man, I feel like Wagner is such a sloppy fucking coming forward. So sloppy. I'm going with Matt Mask. Let's go, Matt Mask.
Yeah, he's going to give up so much everything that it's easy ground for Matt to make real easy. It's not left-handed. Yeah, I'd be a different opinion.
Right-handed, he can. He probably can. I'm going Matt.
Yeah.
Who did Wagner beat last right-handed at East versus West?
I don't recall watching him pull right-handed too much.
Really? Okay. Fuck.
No, I could be wrong. I just know that his arm that he's really made like world stage. He's had some good right-handed wins. He's not some chump. He's really strong. But like I think Matt is really built to take those areas away from him.
Hold on. What was Wagner and Farid?
The guy is really strong. No doubt about it. No, even right hand. Like if you fall into like a hook match with him, he's not some punk.
All right. Well, I was kind of thinking Wagner, but I guess it sounds like Matt Mask over here. So Matt Mask, you're gonna give him one more chance.
Yeah, we could be deadly wrong about this. Matt Mask.
All right, next one. Let's go.
And people. Okay.
This one's tough for me.
All right, Artem Tainov and Zurab Tabaritsa. That one is really easy for me. Artem wins it pretty easy.
Yeah, what I don't understand is this dude was arm wrestling in the spring. A couple months later, broke his fucking arm. Now, is this left hand or right hand?
That's left-handed. That's different hand.
Oh, okay. So I was like, didn't he break his right arm?
He tore his right bicep, didn't he? He broke it. He broke it. He broke his right arm.
Left hand. We have to specify arms because right-handed, I would have favored if he was healthy, Zurab. But left-handed, yeah, I'm with you, Tainov.
Travis, just agree with me so you can win the money. Because
No, I definitely am going with Zarab, right? Because he's broke his right arm, so that means he's only been focused on his left arm. His left arm's going to be crazy strong.
Yeah,
I'm going with Zarab.
He just pulled Jason Constantini in Canada, and he looked a little worse than I did against him left-handed.
Okay, I'll take the other guy then. Just you. I appreciate that, Arnold.
You're welcome. You're welcome, sir.
I feel like I'm going against two guys, and you guys are going to split the money.
Show.
We're going to open this up to everybody to send their picks in, so we might have a big pot by the time it's over.
All right, let's go right to the next one. Zok,
right.
Oleg.
Oleg and Tudberidze. Not sure Tudberidze first name. But
yeah, so he's Georgian, right?
Yeah. It's hard.
But how can you bet against the abnormality of Oleg and knowing what his capacity could be? So I gotta go Oleg.
Yeah, I agree. I think Oleg answers more questions as he keeps arm wrestling more. I think he's more informed now than coming back, in the last couple
of years. We also know
so.
that his level is just about cresting at the very highest level a left hand could reach, but he's in a weight category.
Yeah, let's go with Oleg. I'll go with Oleg.
Except if he was pulling Artem, he'd be in fucking deep shit. But everyone else, no way.
Thank you, Artem. Appreciate
Artem feel Paul in. What's the next match? Next match.
Brandon Daniels want to mention that kind of whooped Travis 12 years ago at Zloty Overalls.
He did.
Yeah, but that kid's been like a world champ for like 15 years now.
Yeah.
But
he's good.
He did come to the United States with big balls and big dick, thinking he was going to slap old man Crazy George around at the Arnolds, and he bounced off him. Crazy George is my hero.
Yeah, I think all of our heroes, everybody.
All right, I want to hear Travis in this. And Daniel Prokopchuk and Mindaugas.
I mean, I love Mindaugas to death, but no motherfucking chance, right? I don't know what the fuck kind of rules where Mindaugas could somehow get his hand, but I don't see him beating him now with his hand unless Daniel really ain't that good righty and he's just a left-handed. I'm going with Daniel. I'm going with Daniel every time, all the time. I don't care who he's pulling.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. They do have a long history, but it's not like they're both new guys and one guy's like progressing on a different path. They both have a lot of experience, and I think if something was going to happen by now, it might have happened. I think this is the John Brzenk Ron Bass story where some shit could happen, but more often than not, John Brzenk was the dude. And I think Daniel Prokopchuk in this situation is the John Brzenk.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like Mindaugas want to make sure that he solidifies it now with some type of upset or want to make sure like he beats him. But yeah, I feel like Daniel is a way safer bet. So I'm with Daniel too, even though Mindaugas may pull it off. I'm not really against that.
Mindaugas is a fucking dog if he does.
All right. So right-handed, we got David Samusha and what's Artur Mayurov? I think that's the name.
Yeah,
I'll jump in.
I mean, I know that
Dmitry Mayurov.
Ingen puts this guy, and the truth is that he has won 6 world title defenses, but 3 of them against, just pretty good American guys. So the truth is, I think the guy's going to have trouble moving up. So I'm going with Arthur.
Wait, this is his title match, though, right?
Yeah.
In his class?
It's the higher class title match.
Right, welterweight world title.
All right, so which class did he flush out, though? There's one class he totally flushed out.
The class underneath the welterweights, whatever they call it.
Okay, all right. So that's different because I'm thinking like he flushed out the class, and I'm not too up to date on the world level of guys, but I mean, I don't want to go against David because I don't know about this guy. And I know that this guy's been just beating everybody, including many WAF champions, and a few pounds isn't going to make a difference, in my opinion.
Guys in the chat, it's Dmitry Mayurov, and I think that match is because Dmitry won like qualifiers, but I don't think he won like the final qualifier in Istanbul. But I think that's why he's up there. So I think David is just much stronger person, to be honest.
Well, I heard something about him winning a tournament back in 2018 with a lot of like WAF studs in it, like Plamen Dimitrov and a bunch of other guys. But 5 years is a long time.
Yeah.
And when you get that ring rust on you, and Samusha's been fucking smoking it, it's gonna be hard for me to bet against him, especially with the team he comes from and how durable he is. I mean, in enduring. So I'm gonna go with him.
All right, I'm going with Samushi as well. I think, yeah, I think there's.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Dmitry accomplishments. Like he's like took second place at Europeans and shit. Like he did some good stuff. But yeah, I think.
And he's heavy, right? He's heavier.
No. He's pretty light. I feel like they're the same.
Yeah, but that's just weight. Like the Samusha is built different than guys that are even heavier than him.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll lose that one then. Let's go.
Well, what's gangster about Samusha too? If you talk to those Georgians, like he's apparently like doesn't train, goes to the clubs, drinks and shit, and then comes to arm wrestle once in a while. So
yeah, he's my Georgian fucking stepbrother.
Love it.
I feel like if you talk to Georgians, y'all all can be related as far as the clubbing goes and drinking.
Yeah, man. Maybe I'm in the wrong place and I just need a good team.
You should have been at East versus West with Doug Ehrlich when he went out drinking with them and shit.
Yeah, I didn't get none of that fun shit when I went there. Everybody moved around like they were like contracted zombies.
No, we had the gas. Didn't we have the gas problem too?
Yeah. Begin after.
Yeah, the hotel was about to blow up. I went to the club and I told them I was coming back, and then the alarm went off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit was about to go off.
All right, so we're getting into some hot shit. You got Ivan Matushenko and Reno Masick.
So I heard about this kid, Reno.
Who is it? Matushenko and who?
Reno.
Oh man, this is awesome. And it's right-handed?
Left.
I'm going
left.
Matushenko.
Let's specify that.
So what we got? Matushenko heavy?
I'm going Ivan. I'm going Matushenko. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? The other kid got a real good skeleton. He seems like from what I've seen, he's a big kid.
Dude, he built.
But I just think I've never seen Matushenko really get rolled either. He always gets the hook on everybody. His hook is like a textbook. If you want to study someone how to sink a hook without a really big hand in efficiency, it's Ivan Matushenko. So I'm going back him.
Yeah, if you have enough balls to be there with your hand completely relaxed. Yeah, that's the deal.
But he always gets his cup too. Always.
Yeah. Well, everybody, it's super annoying to pull him because he there's no side pressure, right? There's no cupping.
Is he a dead loader?
It's super relaxed. Everything relaxed. He gives you the center. He gives you the back pressure.
So he's all reaction time.
Super relaxed, super fast. Yeah, there's no pressure.
Have you ever felt him?
No, but I've been told like you can see it, but you've been told like how it's so annoying because he's so relaxed.
He looks super non-threatening. He's not like one of these visual beasts that like scares you with their physicality. What he gets in there, and when he's in there, he's strong as shit. What's that?
Yep. He reminds me of me a lot, snapping people on a hook like that.
Yeah, you know what? He is. He's got a really good like sixth sense for the game. But when he's there, he's strong as fuck. Like he's enduring and strong. So I'm gonna be hard pressed. I mean, I know the other kid's supposed to be real good, but I'll go with Ivan.
Plus, he's like basically RVJ of Russia, supernatural, but like his biceps are smaller than yours. That's why we question Europe.
Right, because we all know I'm on gear, right?
My apologies for misconceptions. All right, so we all going for Ivan. John Brzenk and Krasimir, right-handed.
Man, John Brzenk could actually lose this, but I don't fuck with no Krasimir, so I'm going with John Brzenk.
Based on what I feel like is a little bit of a wear and tear process, and I don't want to say decline because I don't want to take away from Krasi. I think Krasi's a little more active, and he's always been close to that John echelon, and I just think he's got time on his side. I'm going to go with Krasi on this one based on what I've seen. And that sounds very anti-American. But when we're making a wager, we got to be truthful with ourselves. Because if I want to go pump Donald Trump and some Bruce Springsteen and Born in the USA, I can get fucking down like that. But we got to be real here, guys.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty dick move voting against John, but whatever. Go ahead.
I saw what you did to him on ESPN. I was in the stages as a fan when you slapped him and turned him to the dark side. I was there as a brand new arm wrestler in 2004. I paid the tickets to go watch it. I was 6 months deep in the sport, and you slapped John 3 in a row on ESPN at the Pac Sun at Mohegan Sun, and the next thing you know, John was 250 pounds. So who's the real dick here?
You know, I don't like talking about myself, but yes, that indeed. Yeah.
You fucking gave him the Luke Skywalker treatment. You sent him to the dark side.
Man, that's awesome. Man, I just looked at John and Sasha. Man, I don't know. I might have to go with Krasimir on this one.
I'm with you.
Johnny, come on, man.
Well, Travis, I got you on John right here. Don't you worry about it.
I'm not a traitor. I'm going with Johnny.
I understand, but I ain't got money like you and Rob.
And many losers went down on their laurels. I'm with you. Let's go.
Yeah, I still think I want a delusional thing. John got it, but that what him and Sasha did, shaky.
Yeah, and you know what? You almost never see Krasi. Almost. Now, Krasi lost to Dave Chafee and a real fired up version of Marcio Barbosa. But Marcio's got wins on John, and you almost never see Krasi get top rolled. He's got a good hand protection.
Yes.
And and he's very rarely out endured. So if it stops, man.
He gets opened up. Yeah, I got you.
I got you. Yeah. Next one.
All right, Alejan Muradov and Yevgeny Prudnik left-handed.
I tell you, man, the arm wrestling world left-handed better hope that Prudnik exposes the technical problems of this kid. Because if not, this is the guy. If this guy can't get tricked into getting top rolled and he can slap this guy in the hook. I mean, this kid, this is the third time I watched this kid. This motherfucker's amazing. Not even close when Corey.
Can we give a little shout out and be respectful to the fact that this is who Cody Merritt pulled, right?
Yeah.
But listen, let's be honest. Cody was in that shit.
Was he though for like what?
I disagree. I think that was.
You don't think Cody was in that? You don't?
No,
think
it wasn't close.
No,
wasn't close.
Let me tell you something. About 1 more percent in that match was different. It was close. You didn't really see that.
No, I didn't. And the guy's only 235 pounds.
Well, I mean, he comes from a nation where arm wrestling tables are in the fucking school. I mean, I get it.
Dude, that dude there is a different motherfucker, man. If he's able to get Prudnik and not show some sort of a technical weakness, the sky's the limit. This guy might be the champ.
I saw him get flat-handed with Cody. That's not saying Cody's not strong. It's just not quite. Yeah, go to it, please. Yeah, once it was hooked.
He catches him.
Yeah.
That's the first.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
First one. Fast forward though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I mean I'll show you the rest of them. Yeah. Hold on.
No, that's what I see. I thought he got flattened out.
Elbow foul.
I'm just saying it's not a total blowout. You guys been the game.
No. It is a total blowout. That's what we're showing you.
All right.
So you already saw one of them that was real bad. Let's see here. This better be your
that was
match.
on fast forward time, Travis.
No,
it wasn't.
Look at that's flattened. As soon as you hit the pump and you're gonna repump, it's not that far off. It's not that far. And this is fast forward.
Guy outweighs that man by 100 pounds.
Okay, so are we gonna talk about close or are we gonna talk about poundages?
I'm just saying this kid's amazing, man. That's all I'm saying.
I never said he wasn't. I'm just saying I never said he wasn't. I'm saying Cody did a
He
good
better
job
get
with him.
exposed. He better get exposed as a technical kind of to being, slightly unaware, and he better have something opened up, because if not, if they just go arm to arm, I don't think it's going to be close for anybody.
I think Prudnick will beat him arm to arm.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
I'm actually going to back Prudnick in this one.
I will take Alajon.
All right. So you write that shit down, Artem.
So he picks Alajon. I got you.
I got Prudnick.
You got Prudnick. Yeah, I mean, I see how I think Prudnick should be different stylistically and all that, and he might have some more shit than Cody does. But man,
he's got a lot more arm.
He got
I don't know if he has a lot more arm than Cody, but I do think he's way more sophisticated. His timing's better, his leverage. I think he definitely has a chance. So, but we'll see. I mean, I hope actually that I'm wrong about that and Prudnick wins, because if not, this year is the problem.
Yeah, I'm going with Alajon, but yeah, I don't know how really close it's gonna be, but yeah, I think Alajon is a safe bet over here. So me and Travis and Alajon. But if Prudnick I see what Travis is saying. If Evgeny better beat him, so Alajon doesn't look that scary for the left-handed people.
Just give it to her.
Yeah,
Take it.
His weight class, especially his weight class.
Give it to her.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy. Stop.
Well, I mean,
put it on the tree, please.
He's already looking too scary for the weight class, but for even overall, everybody left-handed. Me and you established that left-handed doesn't exist really, so he is the guy.
Yeah.
All right, so we get into the hot ones. Todd Hutchings and David Dedican right-handed.
I will be going with Todd Hutchings for the rest of my life.
No
matter who he's pulling, I'm going with Todd Hutchings.
I'm going to start on this one too, especially after seeing the training video. Todd won that trash talk.
I didn't see any videos, but I think there is an absolute lane that seems to be what a lot of people in Europe take, that has proven vulnerable at that level with Todd. So I'm going to go with David.
You think David hooks him and beats him?
There's certain types of hooks.
So you think he's going to rust them?
Palm up. I think if the wrist is strong enough and he goes palm up, there's an absolute lane there. Yes. I mean, you saw what Evgeny did. You saw what Zoloev did, and you've seen what Rustam has done historically. Do I think David can do that?
That's the old Todd Hutchins, not this guy.
Well, everybody's the old guy as far as when I'm done with this conversation. The guy who got on this conversation is the old guy. We're all living in the future. So
not this guy. Yeah, this guy's
yeah. Listen, he beat Ongarbayev, which was a very good boost for the resume. But I knew Ongarbayev didn't have the goods to press him, and he didn't have the goods to turn a palm up. It was a great match for him. I don't think it's the same thing with David.
Well, we'll see.
Old Todd Hutchins, how many years can you pull before you reinvent yourself? You've been pulled 30 years.
Well, he already reinvented himself stylistically, I think. That's already happened. And he got.
You think so? How so?
Well, I mean, he already saying he already knows he's not a hooker. He's just a bad top roller, and he pulls like so, right? And his power.
He's been watching Travis Bagent's seminar videos repeatedly.
And his power level is definitely different right now too.
Hey, Travis, we could play the game. Instead of inserting pronate on every time we want to answer a technical question, we can answer Travis Bagent. I like that game because actually that's a more technical, insertable question. Because why not? Why not do it? Because you do it for us. So let us all play the fucking game.
Of course. What are we at? Last match? What we got?
Last match. Artem Orzov and Alex Gordecha, left-handed. Rob,
I don't know enough about these two guys. Okay. I mean, I know about them, but I just don't know how they stack up.
I know Artem's a champ, but I also believe that Alex is big enough to be the overall champ, right-handed and left-handed. He's one of the few people. Him, Levon, Devon, maybe Vitaly and Ermis, but not really. But those guys have the length and the size. So I believe from an arm wrestling standpoint, it's better for us that there is a giant left-handed. Because I think Artem leaves the door open a little bit. Maybe it was because of the soup diet and the fact that he wasn't 100%. But with all things considered, I'm saying Alex is too big.
I agree. I think it's hard to catch people on your bicep all day. And I think we should all lobby and sign a petition that Alex grows the ponytail back because it gives absolutely 10% strength.
Amen.
Two things I guess we need to we should have established it fucking early before we talked about all of them. East versus West is now not best out of 5, it's best out of 7. That's one.
Oh, Jesus. It's going to be a 10-hour show, motherfuckers. Watch.
And
holy shit.
And somebody did say that Alex currently is 200 kilos, which is 420 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'll take him.
I really don't know how good Alex's left is, though. So.
He's huge. Have you ever seen him in person, Travis?
No, I haven't.
He's humongous. I was in the Olympia in England, and he came in the door, and he was one of those dudes that like did one of these, his head's going through the door, like this. And he's legitimately like a humongous human being. Humongous. What's up, girl? You want to hang out in a minute? All right.
Well, people say left is.
All right, there you have it. There you have it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Alex said on Engen's podcast he's about 160. 160. Okay, what's that?
So all these matches,
give or take 100 pounds. Hey, give or take 100 pounds.
Hold on.
14 matches going best of 7.
And Alex is 352 pounds.
Wait a minute. I just want to rewind this.
Yes.
14 matches going best of 7.
Yes, sir.
That's a 7-hour plus live. They should edit.
Well, keep in mind, I feel like, I don't know, I guess it's a question, do they mandatory have to pull those 7, or it's usually, you know.
No, but it's still going to be at least 4 matches. At least. With dicking around, with fouls, with reviews, with strap matches, with dog shit.
No, title matches. So only title matches are best out of 7. So 8 matches going to be best out of 7. 6 matches going to be best out of 5.
Oh, Lord. All right.
So, you know, it's still, you know.
Hey, I'm over here not throwing any events. What the fuck do I know?
Okay, so man, I feel like Arden was supposed to be the guy, right? But yeah, I guess Alex being arrested and being less active and probably being prepared.
Well, he got arrested?
No, being arrested. As far as me and Travis concerned, you're right. He may have been, and maybe that's tells us why he wasn't active. Right?
I thought you just confirmed when I was joking about him being arrested that it really did happen. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm saying,
what did he do?
We didn't
think he did anything. We just couldn't find him for a while. So I was like,
"Oh yeah, he got taken by the Langoliers or some shit."
Yeah, this dude totally went Roman Sindeliati / Igor Mazarenko on us. But
yeah, you're gonna see a bunch of missing bodies, and they can't put a face on who did it. You know who did it. And you know what's weird about that guy? That fucking guy rolls around. So I met Alex out there. And he rolled in. Now, he's a humongous person. Like, really probably like 6'6", 6'8". I don't know. Humongous. He travels with 2 dudes that are bigger than him. Fucking Polish power. I was like, how you doing, sir and Mr. Sir? Fucking one guy he travels with is like 7 foot. I was like, Jesus Christ. He's like my big friendly giant.
So, hey, who you got? So, right, Travis, you got Alex?
Yeah, yes. I got Alex.
Rob, you're going with Alex too. I got you. Y'all convinced me to go with Alex as well. All righty. You got it down.
All right, wrap this shit up. I gotta go.
Hold on, let me do.
What you gotta do? You gotta cook for your in-laws so you can get back into good.
Kids are getting off the bus. Kids getting off the school bus, man.
Team
My
Frick
kids are home. I had them pour me a drink and make me a snack. See, that's why I'll move in with my kids because I'm the real
Exactly.
daddy.
You still got control.
That's right.
Team Freak, $10 super chat. East versus West should have a prelim show for free on YouTube and the top 3 or 4 matches on the pay-per-view.
Artem, tell East versus West to set me and you up so we can get that cheddar.
Dude,
if you whip my ass, I'll be happy for a little bit of cheddar.
That somebody said that. Somebody said it in the comment. Hey, tell Engin to set it up.
Yeah. No, the last time I was in Turkey, I almost got killed in a basement buying a rug. It's no bullshit. I was scared for my life.
Well, that's because you and Heather decided to go out there in Istanbul somewhere, like to stay at the bougie.
Buddy, I had, you know what? I'm pretty street smart, but I was trying to be on vacation time, and I realized real quick, you got to keep your guard up. There's a lot of predators out there. I got the rug. It's got a good story attached, but I thought I was going to die in Turkey.
Hey, that's why I was lucky. As soon as Heather sent me the hotel information, I'm like, oh, $300 tonight. You guys enjoy yourself in Istanbul. I'm going to go home.
So you knew something.
Well, I mean, the pricing, yeah, like I'm out. You guys get the troubles. All right, Travis, we got to let you go. Me and RVJ.
All right, fellas. It'll be good.
You want to jar at me?
Well, I'm assuming where people at, and that's through the bowl in your courts. You have to tell me a date in February, but not realistically. Me and Rob need to get paid, right? I am gangster to where I just drive to Rob. I'll fly to Rob and beat him on my own money. But it's a lot better if we both get paid. So if you
listen, I'll get down gangster too, like fucking the Chuck Ryder status. Like we'll just fucking whack it out and make content out of it.
Oh,
and at the end of the day, like there's a point I was going to make about guys making claims for like, I want money. And it's like, motherfucker, you get paid based on your resume. Don't be 2 weeks into your first job, Johnny, looking at the guy who's been 25 years with the company and he's getting the bonuses and the vacations and the benefits and going, why aren't I getting taken care of like him? Put some fucking work in, dude. Put some time in. So I think you should get paid based on your resume. You got a crack in YouTube and you've been super active. So I won't knock on you for that. But I'm talking about the mostly other guys where every Tom, Dick, and Harry who takes a match is like, well, what are you going to give me if I arm wrestle? Dude, there was a time for like my first 15 years of this sport, we all just went around to nationals to see who the dude was, just so we could say we were the dude. And then it just so happened when the leagues came along, they saw who the winningest guys were who won those events. But we did it all on our own dime. So, I mean, arm wrestling is arm wrestling. If we want to know who's the guy, hey, I could get back on the rankings or some shit. You know, my left's pretty good. I say it's pretty good. It's got some kinks, but I think if I give it a little more, like it's good. I'd have a match with you. I wouldn't be shy about it.
I'm just saying, like, it's not about you right now. My personal perspective, next 2 years, because people also misunderstanding, thinking like I'm all pancaked up and crazy. Like I have recipes to go be crazy and mutate, but I think next 2 years, like I'll make a point that like my left hand should be like. I mean, I'm definitely going to be like top. I want to be top 5 in America overall for sure. I think overall is weird because our top 5 overall is just super heavies. But I think like I want to make sure it's just going to be me, Devon, Ryan Espy, Corey West, right? Like and Cody Merritt, right? Like I want to make sure like I'm gonna get there in the next. Well, that's time, but I'll be there for sure. Like that's the plan. Right is a little shaky right now, but they will be on par. But there's something going on. But I'm left-handed right now. It's clearly that I know you don't believe it yet, but next 2 years I should be pulling Corey, Cody, and everybody else. That's my plan, right?
Yeah, 2 years for me is an infinity away. If I can stay active till spring, I think that's like a lifetime. So I think we could definitely
changes as of right now. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, but you're right.
So I do have a hole. Maybe we could do something in like the end of February, but I also have an old like in March. There might be a little hole before the arm guard.
I'm not trying to bully you into.
Hey, you know what you do? I'm going to be pulling out an arm guards. Get the invite out there and talk to Marcus Thompson.
Ooh, Marcus did me wrong, so I don't know. Marcus, I don't want to give us Marcus because what he did to me after I had to cancel the last match. So
Okay,
uh,
okay, I got you.
I just
All
don't
right,
have respect for them, to be honest. So, and
all
that's
right. Well, we'll sort it out. We'll sort it out. I mean,
but
I'm open. I'm active.
well, that's
So
because I feel like everything that I was trying to pre-schedule, like I was trying to pull Michael Todd left-handed, but his date is jumpy, right? He doesn't have it set up. I don't know if, and I'm trying to make sure I pull it East versus West in April, but it's April. So technically, as of nothing happened, Chance want to try me to pull his boy Emil from Sweden on like March 2nd, but it's still like nothing is set up. There's no booking. There's no money in, this thing. So I'm down to travel. And that's what I'm saying. And I'm not really like, yo, you have to pull in February. You know what I mean? Like I'm as open, so I can come up probably anywhere between past January 20 and until end of March probably until somebody really says something and set it up. But so far,
yeah, we even if we don't get any dough, like we could do it just to do it and be dogs, and you're gonna get content off it. Big
yeah,
deal.
for sure. And like my right should not be that far up, but there's something going on for sure to where like I'm having issues, but technically they should be on par. Where like we should be banging both of them.
Yeah, I'm with you. I've
I,
been working this one hard, and this one gets more proficient. It's
you
weird. The
know,
harder I work my right, the better my left gets.
you know what happened to me? It's I went to the round robin, got that ass swooping, but I was training right and left all the same, right? So left I didn't do anything left-handed that day until I went to practice that day, pull password and shit. So that was my only thing. And ever since then, my right has been shaky, like could not get a recovery, but left kind of got to get picked out and doing a thing. And I'm kind of still carrying that invincible pick. That kind of happened in the beginning of this year. Then like Devon and Brand put brakes in it, and then I needed another month's break on the left-handed and shit.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, no, I know what you're at, and I know that feeling.
so
So
yeah, right.
we'll just stay in contact and we'll run it because at the end of the day, like it's just arm wrestling. We'll pull it and we'll see who's who, and it don't have to be a bunch of animosity. Like where you at, and let's have fun with it.
But the funny part is people were asking about us pulling, right? Us just pulling before we start talking, right? And I'm like, that's what I'm saying. If when you were hot, I was just coming up and being super light. And then you hit that whatever happened to you where you stopped being active. And that's where I was like, start being active and being similar weight. But not I
Yeah, but my right. Let me tell you something, and I'll
so
just put this out there. When I pulled in the WAL series, people think that are new to YouTube think that that was my high time. That wasn't my high time. That was a
you've
low
been
time
pulling
actually.
forever. You've been pulling forever. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a low time because I hurt my shoulder and I probably needed surgery in like 2013 or so, and I never got it. So it hurt a lot of my lanes, but I was still high enough to compete and still get like top two behind Todd. And then in 2016, I had the winning record against Todd. I was 3-2 in 2016, and we haven't pulled since. And then I won both WALs in 18 and 19. And let me tell you, when I was 100% healed and pulling strong, my weight class felt like a distant joke. Like I would trash everybody. Super heavyweights, joke. All of it was a fucking joke. And if I'm healthy and pulling strong and I'm getting there, you'll see.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just that's what I'm saying the reality of why we never pulled, right? Like where you were by the time
Oh yeah, it's different times.
by the time I really seen you arm wrestler, right? You were at the finals at 195 at regionals at WL. I was going 0-2 at 165. You know what I mean?
Landed.
So that's why at the time, I mean, that's what, you were in the finals. I was going 0-2 and 165. So we will never match up back in those days, right? So now like my weight is way closer. So that's why if you were active, but what's your active weight? Are you 220 guy right now? If you were like,
Right now, so I'm probably like 225 really, but like I'm doing cardio and back in the
but
gym, so I
let's
plan on
let,
being
let's say we remove that you've been inactive. Let's say like 3 months. Let's say 3 months you're working out and whatever. Are you competing? And then let's say it's a fairy tale. Let's say for the next year, America has 10 tournaments and they're all paying great money. Are you 195 guy or you 220 guy?
I feel really good and thick and torquey as soon as I get to that like 210 line. When I'm lean, 210 is a really good weight for me because it's like as soon as I get there, it's like I feel like I have enough on my frame, and then I can cut down. Like I never cut that much weight, so like 205, 210 is a good weight for me. 195, I start to thin out a little too much. Um, yeah, I'd
Yeah,
say like,
okay.
but for the right money and stuff, like
So
what I'm
yeah,
gonna do is get more fitness minded. And because right now, like 225 isn't the best quality. I'm 43 years old. It's not the best quality. I could probably have the same muscularity and be 210, 205. So,
well,
you know,
the well, reason I'm asking, so basically, if that's the fairy tale, but we both living in it, right? So, and where I'm at, so then we will have our muscle somewhere like in that year, that because if that weight class, it may be
are
in,
you going out to that invitational in June?
I guess not because I don't have an invite.
There's a 220 invitational out west in June, like the round robin you were in at
Oh, no,
198.
no, because it's 220 and I think they filled up and I just lost at 188. Even though 220 looks a little bit better. I mean, they both kind of looked okay, depends on the bracket. So no. I guess I'm not 190 my 198 guy in that. But if you let's say if where you are wrestling and the weight class is like 209 and shit, and me if I'm not cutting and I'm just being one, so me and you will have pulled like this and next year. That's the only time we will probably ever will have to arm wrestle. That's fairy tale to where like you that we both in the 209 class and we both arm wrestling. So that's where we'll like that's kind of where we will arm wrestle if that was the reality, right? Because the weight is kind of similar. But yeah,
Right.
that's not the state of arm wrestling right now. So that's why we here talking about just pulling each other if you can. But I'll be surprised, man, if we finish this podcast and you're not gonna get a message of like, bro,
Yeah, you know
let
what,
me
dude?
throw
It's a
this
beautiful
money. You're
time
gonna
of
you're gonna
podcast.
you're gonna kill Artem. Let me throw this money at you.
You know what? It's funny because we probably will, and that's the beauty of podcasts because you're in the same exact cycle I was in with Todd. So Todd was already very established when I came in the sport, very established on a good team. Evelyn, he was very established, and he took a long hiatus actually once I started rising. I competed against guys on his team like Chad and uh, uh, a few other guys. One of them passed away, Alex Jagalco, and
Yeah,
like
Alex
three or four guys.
COVID, yeah.
And there was like guys I competed with, and Todd was like at that time him and Chad were pretty close, but then Todd took a hiatus for years. So when I really came into my own and was doing really well, Todd was gone, and then I kind of got hurt, and then Todd came back. So I never really knew how we lined up, like when we were both on our top spots.
Right, that's arm
Yeah.
wrestling. Yeah, people want to give up on arm wrestling because like, oh man, I can never beat that guy. But like, that guy either gonna quit or gain weight or be too
Or
good.
get married,
So
or
everything.
or pick up an injury and he's never the same. Or like when they always look at guys like Schoolboy, they go, "Oh, he's young. The trajectory's like this." I go, "No, he might already be peaked out." And then next thing you know, like, well, okay, we'll say Chance Chaga just got married. Do you think in reality, now with Chance Shaw getting married, okay, let's even go further. Let's cut Chance Shaw. I had a disagreement with Herman Stevens years ago
Okay.
when Herman Stevens was living in California and he was a young single guy and he was on a good team and he was thirsty. And he thought a lot of things I said were just total dog shit. Like, oh, if you want it, you want it. And no excuses type shit. And I'm like, it's not an excuse, but there are certain things in life that you gotta put priorities on based on what we're doing over here. And he just didn't see it because he was a super hungry, younger than me kid. Then Herman goes and gets married and has kids. And him and I have had very different conversations. Very different conversations. You understand?
Yeah.
So some of these people that you put these trajectories on, I go, yeah, a decade is a long time. 2 decades is a long time. Show me durability. Show me somebody that gets married, has a kid, can go through the bumps, the bruises, stay injury free. Sometimes one injury will knock somebody out of the sport for good. You know?
Yeah. So yeah, and that's why it's important, really, like if you can not to compare yourself, right? Like you can but it's always about you. Like you're feeling good, just keep going. 'Cause,
Right. And I like the Larry Wheels thing about the mantra you against you, because I've thrown myself into a lot of training holes looking at too many videos and time lost and what I could be and what I could have been. And if I just start to enjoy the gym, the progress really does come. It's like putting money in the bank. You know, you just put a little bit in the bank, and if you don't focus on it too much, next thing you know, look at the bank, you're doing okay. But if you shut your eyes and just keep putting money in the bank for like 6 months, wow, all of a sudden you're doing real good, right? You've got a big lump sum there. You're doing okay with it. But if you look every single day in the bank and you're like, wow, how am I going to live off this? How much this isn't even adding up. So when you really change that mindset about you against you, just beat your own numbers, beat your own level. That's why I always said if I come into an event being the best version of me, I'll win. But if I'm always constantly looking over that fence at what everyone else is doing, you can set a trap for yourself real quick.
Yeah, trap and then depression too. Like,
Oh yeah, you don't want to go. You almost feel like you're doing things for naught. Yeah, I'm with you.
well,
It's
that's
tough.
why I'm. You watched that Valera match versus Lars at King of the Table? That's where like I kind of lost it with Valera. Like I've seen him on Tsiplinko's video working out and all that shit. But when I learned about him, I got so disgusted because the dude is so big and all that, never competed anywhere. That was like his second competition ever in anything. And I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
you don't
but you
have
know what?
you don't have the game in you. You know what I mean?
That's a cellar dweller though. So everybody wants to be the breakout superstar now because of the internet. They want to be the guy who's I never competed, but they've been competing with world champs in a basement for 2 years or some shit. That doesn't really count. The guy who never competed is the guy who gets to the table and is awkward and doesn't know what he's doing, and you can just see a lot of weirdo raw potential. The guy who knows how to set up and top roll and grab the peg and align their body, and it's their first tournament, but they've been pulling with world champions for 3 years. Sorry, you don't get the first tournament card. That's a little bit of a play for the audience to be like, oh, that's like those can you beat this old man schemes? And you got Alan Fisher out there walking Venice Beach. Come on, we all know what time it is. You know what I mean? It's like a shtick. So Valera, he looked very proficient. He didn't have any dog in the fight, but he's too big to have any kind of cardio. We're all losing the athleticism. We're trading in our punching in our cards. It's like Monopoly. I was a hustler at Monopoly with my kids because I would make trades with them. Yeah, I'm a vicious, evil person that would hustle my kids at Monopoly.
What's your monopoly strategy? What do you go on the board?
I would always buy I would buy up the premium properties and I would make trades with my kids to give me all their lower properties, but they didn't realize I got a monopoly before they would. And because I had the monopoly, I could max out all my hotels. And before they could even think about getting a monopoly, I already had hotels that would fucking tax them out when they're crossing all my dog shit they didn't want. So I would always make trades with them, which what they thought was a good trade, but it was giving me a monopoly every time. And I would own a whole street before they'd even have a set. And it's almost like a mathematical like law of averages type thing, like numbers. And I'd have bullshit like Baltic Avenue on like $1,000 if you land on it when Park Place was only 300. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's just simple math.
Yeah.
So I would do that. And it's like these guys are trading in their cards thinking they're getting boardwalk only. They only want boardwalk, but they're not looking at things like cardio, skills. Even like as you get higher in the horsepower realm, guys aren't as skilled anymore because they just want more horsepower. So guys are kind of like wonky, lunky. You look at Levon almost dying because he's 400 pounds and needs oxygen, and these guys are all blowing up and they can't. No, there's no more athlete. So that's part of it. The learning how to use your body properly and being a more of an athlete.
RVJ hustling his kids. That's the kind.
Hell yeah, dude! I don't fuck around. Every single game, my kids, if they're good at it,
I'm a sore loser. I can't lose Monopoly.
oh hell yeah! Because my kids gloat too. They make it hurt.
It's just me and Lindsay, so just kind of tension between us, right? But like, I'm a king of slums and trains, right? I'll buy every trail road and all the slums. I own all the brown shit, and whatever. Yeah, by the time you landed it, it's 3 hotels in the motherfucker. It's cost you all your fucking bag.
Exactly.
You're gonna give me your Park Avenue. You're gonna give me.
Listen, I play every single game I can with my kids. We play video games. If I rage quit, if I had a live camera on me, I'd be the rage quit daddy. I rage quit on the regular. My kid,
dude, that's a content. You should put it. You should have.
You know what? My son wants to start a YouTube because he's a wicked avid gamer. and he wants to start it, and I'm like, yeah, we'll try to kick it off because YouTube's good and there's a lot of people. It's a big avenue to go in. But I'm like, we've got to have our reactions, and they got to be in the raw.
That's one thing to recommend about the whole thing about being a good streamer or whatever. It's showing the reality. You know what I mean? If you can,
right.
Your dad coming up and smacking you and shit, because you also.
Yeah, and dude, listen, the problem is I'm a very competitive human being, and I think that they're cheating. I think that they have hacks, and I think that they troll me. I think they use the hacks to troll me, and they're hitting me with. I'm on jump pads, and they hit me with snipe shots. I lose my shit. I lose my fucking shit. I am not below. I am not above.
I'm not below you little kids.
And parading. I am not above threatening physical harm.
Yeah, I'm learning it more because we just got Lindsay got Nintendo Switch, like a little thing we got for Christmas, and Nintendo Switch has all the dual games, real card and shit, and she'll beat me in a little thing, and all of a sudden I'm not talking.
Yeah.
Okay, shut up.
Yeah. Like, let me think over here. Yeah, I'm with you. Every single one of those games, we go to camp, and everything's real competitive and real serious, and you see it carry over into their sports, which I think will make them great athletes and maybe hopefully great workers and achievers. But right now,
y'all just a bunch of little cheaters, and I don't trust you.
We all go through rage quits. Every single one of us throw the board in the air, and that's it. You remember those rap videos back in the days when the guys would be playing dominoes and somebody slapped down a domino and they slapped it and then pulled a gun on everybody? It's almost at that line. Almost.
That's how Takeoff from Migos got shot this year earlier over the dice game, and somebody pulled
one of those rappers got killed over that, right?
Yeah, that's how Takeoff got shot. Yeah.
And you know when they hit that number that takes everyone's money, they do a dance and flex on people too. So that makes it hurt more.
Oh, you want to stop the little dance? Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Woo. All right. So listen, I'm going to head out.
Yes, sir. Well, it's been too long anyway. Engin is life, I think. So,
we'll talk soon, but we've been in contact anyways.
Yes, sir. If anybody want to give me and Rob.
Yo, Artem, come here. Gabriella, come here. Listen, a true freakazoid. Seriously, a true fucking freakazoid. That's coming up in the game.
Okay.
If you got any teen or somebody in that weight range, girls down there, doesn't even have to be a teen, an adult that's in that her weight range. She's oddly, weirdly, freakishly strong.
Is your hand yours? Oh,
it's close. No, wait. Put it up next to mine.
Because
it's close.
I've met one of my buddies was dating this woman, and she brought her daughter to the 11-year-old daughter. Her hand is bigger than mine, just longer and everything. And I'm
her hand is probably up to the middle of my digit. So it's like the angle. They're very close. I put it on Instagram. They're very close. I'm just wider and thicker.
Yeah.
It's close. And when she goes like this. And of course, I'm teaching her from the get to do all the things people in North America don't do. That in North America all goes like this. I'm teaching her a little bit of Europe, but still keeping that top roll crisp.
I feel like America missing out on sideways. That's the whole thing that drove me different.
Especially,
I did a lot of side pressure for first 7 years. Then I got enough beating from Todd. Started taking side pressure for a year.
So you know what the funny thing is? My left hand became dominant when it was healthy. Because I would go sideways first with just a wrist curl. I would wrist curl and go sideways first, and then either roll or hook. But I already had people so off their shoulder, and I was so comfortable with the sideways move. It's actually what I'm trying to subconsciously try to teach myself to do right-handed. Because I'm so bicep heavy right, I almost move a little lunky, and I recognize that. If I can just wrist dominate and move righty the same way I did lefty, bro, I'm good. But I'm trying to put that onto her. And her hand and wrist is so abnormal. And we're going to the gym now and everything. If you can get a girls match, I'd love to put her on the map. You know, her video had 100 million views when she beat the boy.
Yeah. You guys took off with that one, yeah,
bro. So if you put something up, let's get a big thing cracking.
I'm putting $200 against Danielle Evanson on the 30th in Chicago.
Who's Danielle Evanson?
She's super light girl. She's very active. She's probably like around 110, 130 pounds. She's not a big woman, you know what I mean? But she's active, lightweight chick from Wisconsin. She's driving to Chicago,
Is
and
she good?
she's not
How
bad.
old?
Ooh, I don't want to disrespect Danielle, but let's say she's in her early
Is she in
30s.
her 20s?
No, I'll say she's coming on the 30s, but I don't want to disrespect Danielle like that. She may
Okay,
be
so she's
20.
full blown adult.
Yeah, for sure. She's not a teenager by any means, but
Because she's pulled with some big girls that have won local
I'm
tournaments.
just saying that as far as she's not a 300 pound woman you have to deal with, right? She probably, I mean, Gabriella's hand probably going to be bigger than hers,
Her,
right?
her arm is getting strong. Like with a little bit of time, and you know how young kids are. It's almost like they're on gear because you train them
Right.
hard. And I'm laid up and I'm in a body cast, and I'm like, "How you feeling?" She's like, "Oh, I could train again." You know
Fine.
how it is.
Plus
You know what
being
I'm saying?
plus being a woman, your pain tolerance is a lot higher than men
Oh
anyway.
yeah,
You can deal with that,
I
and
can tell you stories.
that's a
She's a
big
brickhead.
that's a big thing in arm wrestling too. But pain tolerance, it's also a one thing people don't talk about.
Well, let's talk. Maybe set something up. Maybe I'll come
Hey,
out to Chicago.
December 30th, I'm putting $200. So far, nobody want to pull Danielle, so
Oh,
she have to pull.
well, that's a wicked tough travel
I'm just
weekend.
saying. So I'm just saying, like, well, because Danielle is a hustler. She messaged me, "Hey, am I pulling 0 to 171? Man, eh,
Yeah, because she's about a
that-
buck 25.
I'm
She's
like,
she's got some maturing to do, but it'd be interesting.
so well, I'm just saying Danielle was ready for that. I'm like, you can do that, but let me put out a little bit of money and see if anybody wants to pull you as a woman wise. You know what I mean? But if not, sure, pull dudes if you want to. So
All
that
right, all right. I like it. I like it. I want to look her up.
so yeah, let's see if y'all can drive to Chicago, let me know.
Hey,
Nobody
did you write these down for me?
I mean I have it all marked, yeah.
I got it. I got it written down just in case.
Yeah.
Because when I'm right, I want my cheddar.
Oh, you good luck getting out to Travis. You think
All
I'm
right.
podcast.
The check's in the mail, right?
Right, exactly.
All
How
right,
Travis
brother. We'll talk
problem. No problem. All
later.
right, player, I'll talk to you later. Appreciate you. All right, guys. Once again, if somebody curious about me and well, I may be also being too petty towards Marcus Thompson and Arm Gods, but the thing is, I did cancel my match with David Bradford, and I did it. That's the whole thing why I quit arm wrestling, right? Like the quit in arm wrestling is like Rob said, it's just arm wrestling. Like, dude, I can't cancel a match fucking an hour before match happening. Like it's arm wrestling. Don't you're not gonna die over this. You're not gonna be rich over this. Like it's all good. So with Arm God's Marcus situation, I did cancel my match in advance, maybe like months before it happened. I messaged Marcus, hey, is this okay? If I cancel this, like how far are we invested in? Like if at this point, like because I'd rather not because I have something happen in my life, so I'd rather not do that. Is it okay for me to cancel it right now? And because nothing was booked, like no money was lost, right? For myself, right? There was no promotion as far as I'm concerned. And Marcus said yes, no problem. So match didn't happen. Next thing you know, I'm getting thousands of trolls in my thing, and like that and messages, comments, and a bunch of hate. And I'm like, that's not how grown men do things, especially once you just said like it was okay, like private conversation, everything was fine. Then I'm getting hundreds of people on my thing. So that's why I rather it just seemed childish. So that's why I'm at. Like I don't know if just Marcus needs to like say sorry and tell me I need to stop being a bitch, but that's where I'm at. If people wanna tell me that I am one and I should just drop it, yeah, but I feel like there's something need to be said, and just kind of knowing how cards are dealt and how you get treated, how I get treated while I was in Australia, how Engin treats me when I'm in Turkey and all that stuff, like, and just the dealing with circumstances before and after and all that. I don't need, like Travis said, like, all of you guys have a mental disease if you're being like negative and shit. So I'm okay. I mean, I'm okay with dealing with, like, I don't need to deal with mental ill people because, like, I'm fine where I'm at, right? Like, y'all here with just me and Rob just did, right? Like, it'd be cool if we check your estrogen levels. They're pretty high. They're pretty high up there, but it's good. It's good for you. And I cry when I watch anything. Little commercial, little puppy video. Nothing happens with the puppy. Puppy just walking. I'm still crying. So yeah, it's that, but I don't know if I'm wrong with what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure I'm kind of self-aware. Maybe I'm not. So that's why people can check me. And I don't mind getting checked, right? Rob over here was trying to check me for 30 minutes that I'm a nobody. And we established that we can work it out, right? I have my schedule is free. I can come up. I was really trying. I was just I know probably some of you will want to make it sit up and say something, but I was just really trying to come up where Rob was at, like in the whole New England area, eat some pizza, talk to everybody who sounds just as funny as me when they say our stuff, right? Wash a car. What did Rob say another day? Corey Miller. That was awesome. So yeah. Um Dude, the chat was kind of big today. I'm sorry if I missed most super chats, and nobody really said anything about Tom Fix super chat too. Um, Dude, Tim, I'm sorry about. Why don't we try to get a show in Atlantic City? It could be our own East or West in North America. Atlantic City is a great place too. Sorry, Tim, I did not say that. When the conversation goes, it's kind of hard to stop. When big super chats come in, I'll text Travis sometimes to come and check them, but it did not happen today. Yeah, Rob got a thick Yankee accent. Rap is a legit dude, no front of bullshit. Yeah, and that's and we really went deep down in the whole thing about pulling somebody who deserves to get paid or not and whatever. Um, and that's why I'm saying like I'm a fan enough of Rob to know what he has done. And technically, like, I will not pull anybody like who is not a hustler, who is not active, and Rob is not active right now, right? But he's active as he can be, and he has been active, and he is a good name, right? So just because, but I think just because I know Rob is a hustler, and I see him, and I saw him compete when I was just a child, right? So uh and I guess just Rob is a human being. Like that's why I'm I'll take it. I don't mind. I just wish my right was like I just wish I would knew if my right is all fucked or there's something going on around people around me, right? Because like right been feeling bad. Like as I'm saying, like me and Paul in and me and Paul when me and Paul pull left and right hand, like usually it's pretty much the same, right? Or it's similar or there's a difference, but like I usually do something with pull right handed just a little bit, like just a half a second. And that's having to happen. And I went to practice um to Matt King's place in Alpha Whiskey last Sunday, and I didn't beat anybody right-handed. Not, I pulled a bunch of good dudes. I started with Chance, just doing some nice. Chance is strong enough to where I was just doing like almost max efforts until I cannot move, left and right-handed. So we did that with Chance. But then when I guess pulling people, I also did not do anything right-handed. So it's like am I having issues and I need more rest, or is like there's something going on to where like my left is because I'm working out in the gym and it's always my uh they okay, both of them are fine, right and left-handed. A right hand is always stronger than left hand, and left biceps, 1% is a little bigger than the left one. So yeah, I just glad RVJ said the left hand himself, but realistically, I'd rather pull both. But man, I need like a month or some shit for my right to do something. I don't know, to be back, man. So I don't know. Let's end whatever. What does the buttocks do to you for your hands? So Paul Italia brought it up another day I think in our podcast, but he came in and saying like I guess he heard me talking about buttocks and hands, and I said it but I guess I was telling him a story because I want to do the skit because I happen to have a privilege of knowing a nurse practitioner, right? If Tim is still in the chat, shout out to CJ. Um, and she does a lot of, and be cool enough to where like I can ask you to do some silly content with me. So I was proposing the idea of me coming down. Let me backstart the story. People say that my hand is bigger and bigger. It feels bigger every time somebody grabs me, and they asking if I'm doing it specific, and I don't, right? I don't do rice bucket. I don't do anything, right? It just, I train what I train. I started with grippers when I started working out, right? So I think that kind of gave me a good base for everything. I was doing a lot of pinch stuff and all that. So I think it gave me enough base where if I'm gaining weight or I'm getting more bloated with water, I feel like it affects my hand first. And so, and I can't say anything like, I don't do anything specific. I mean, I do some fingers exercise and all that, but nothing to like pump it and make it all bigger and stuff, right? So the joke was to make a skit about Botox. They were like, hey, let's shoot me with fake Botox or whatever, maybe even real one, because I asked you like, hey, well, how legitimately can we do that? Because sure, well, it's done because people put it for anti-sweating, right, into any parts of their body type thing. So so that's the thing, but I haven't done it. Like, it's just a joke, but I guess because Paul heard it and he brought it up, I think he think it's a legit thing. So I don't know. I don't think how safe it is. Jason Merlot, Jason, can you tell your teammates what you really think about me? Oh, I'm tired of the messages, Jason. You need to reach out to me, Jason, or reach out to your team because I'm tired fighting. I'm tired to fighting you through your friends. But you think you have an injury right now, Artem? That sucks, so let it rest. I don't know. Like, I'm thinking my gauge is working out, and working out feels fine. And but pulling kind of having issues in the shoulder, but now that I feel it. The funny part, I've done stem cell by Vitacell, and Vitacell did my stem cells on my right side of my body in the right shoulder, and that's the one that's kind of been feeling a little fucked up. Um, I don't know, Jason, what you do, but they keep wanting us to pull. Wayne Kiefer this morning, all talking about, I mean, you should pull, and I tell him, and I'm telling facts. I'm me pulling you doesn't get me anything nowadays, right? And he said it was a bold statement, and I'm like, well, it's a factual statement. Like in the past 2 years, I beat a lot of good people left-handed, right? And I did lose to you, and I asked for that match, right? But for some people thinking I need to ask for that match again, and I'm like, eh, I I mean, if I felt disgusted with losing to you, and I feel like it was undeserved, like sure, but man, let me try this guy Jason again, right? Um, uh, so yeah, and like I keep getting in this fight. I'm like, dude, if I feel like if Jason wants to pull me, he needs to reach out to the people, right? But like, I'm not reaching out, and it's not about rankings, right? It's just like and it's not about the money. I said it today. My next left-handed thing, like I would love to pull Resh, very just hard because I feel like to pull Resh has a fee, right? A thing, and I don't know what this. Last time I checked, he wanted 1,000 to pull somewhere. And for promoters, it's hard to swing it because if me pulling Resh, I will not take the money. Just I'm like, I mean, if I can get some money for travel, just so I'm not losing a lot. But I'll pull Resh if it's set up. But I think the way for me to pull Resh now, I need to go to California, pick a tournament where he's at, and arm wrestle him there, right? That's where I mean, that's the challenge that I want, right? And that's where I want to, that's I'm willing to spend my own money to travel anywhere, to try to pull because that's who I want, right? And Fresh is active. Everybody knows Fresh and all that shit. So kind of, I do have my things that I want to do, and for some reason, everybody who's in New Jersey area, uh, think it's disrespectful that Jason Marlowe's name is not my priority right now. Well, to respond to that, I mean, if I were you, I would want to avenge my loss, but that's just me. Just like I want to get matches brand eventually. Yeah, sure, but I'm like, I guess I'm what Ermi said. Like, it's all good. Like, it's in the past. Like, I don't wanna avenge my loss because, I mean, I would have, to be honest, if you were more active, right? Then that's like the honest response. Like if you were like more active and a hustler, like I will wanna to bring you down from your pedestal. But honestly, you're not, right? Like you get your matches at high five, and that's it. I've got dedicated fans. Well, I that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, if I had those fans, I'd check them myself. Like, yo, don't fight my fights. Like, I can do my own thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would want to avenge it probably if there was something out of it. But I feel like it just too my ego is not that tickled by it right now, right? So I'm not super butthurt over that loss. So and I guess as far as ranking goes, like yeah, like I guess like I am ranked higher than you, even though I lost to you. But again, if you will have, I feel like if you will go ahead and like pull brand, and doesn't matter how it goes, go ahead pull brand, go ahead get that. Well, I didn't know. Like left-handed now is funny. I think back in the days it was clear like Paul Talbot, I mean, brand is 220 guy type thing, right? So I think it's all muddy right now, and it is like between me, you, and or a couple other people. I don't know. Like I don't know who else hustles around the country and and does the thing. Like that's why like Vresh is a hustler, he does stuff. Like Eli Brauer right now does stuff, but he's like just more like an equal guy. There's not that many like clearly left-handed dudes, right? Like maybe if Worley gets back in the thing, right? There's left and right-handed people. Um so yeah. Uh Travis, you need to get. Well, Travis not here. I'm just me. I'm just gonna continue. It's good to have a fan base. I'm glad my your name is in the mix in the New Jersey people. That's a shitty fan base. Your fan base needs to be out here in Florida or somewhere. Like, yo, dog, we're not gonna accept you unless you pull in Jason. So those are your teammates, not your fans. So that's the difference. That's the difference. Oh Lord Mercy, I know Merlot and Artemis we're not beefing. I'm just like it just Jason teammates kind of by constantly bringing it up in pretty not disrespectful way, but it's like they want to diminish. They don't want to diminish. They don't want to accept the reality that like I've been hustling for 2 years, like traveling, putting my money anywhere. Oh man, I need to pull Jason. No, I don't. Uh, I put my money everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, if y'all want me to pull Jason, make it happen. But like, you cannot. Uh, it's not a like it's kind of like being a transgender type thing. You want me to accept who you are, even if I see who you are? Like, no. I accepted my reality, and my reality is that I want to pull the people I want to pull. So and I can pull anybody else that I don't want to pull, but that has to come with the offer that covers my time and all that shit too. You know what I mean? Like that's why I have pulled people that I've pulled for previous 2 years, right? Either I'm pulling people I'm chasing myself and I'm spending my money, I'm traveling across the world at this point, or somebody offers me and I'm pulling people that I didn't plan on pulling, like John Therian, Paul Lynn, Pavlo, like all of these dudes, like, offers come in, I take them if they're worth my time and money, which at this point I'm still poor young person without kids. So, it's not like I'm some bougie dude that's like needs money. Like, yo, just make sure I don't lose my money on my hotel and the travel. Even though traveling nowadays is sketchy. Like you have to I'm terrible for being too nice. I can over here be like, yo, uh, it costs this and this much to pull me and like be a dick. But man, in reality, like travel is bad nowadays. Like if I guess I broke it out. Like I can kind of act like it costs a lot of money and all that and shit. And then when time comes and God forbid it's somebody that I like messaging me, hey man, do you want to come out and do this? How much is it gonna cost you? You know what I mean? It's a proper offer. And they put it like that. Oh man, just cover my flight. I'll stay at your couch. And then you get to the airport and your flight's canceled or delayed, and now it's all shit. Like, and you're staying you stay under the couch, and there's a kid screaming, there's roaches everywhere. Man, I agree to this, and I'm skipping, and I'm losing days worth of work. I'm losing money as I'm here, and God forbid the guy beats me, right? So now it's like it's a loss, right? And the guy who you got talking to, like, getting all the benefits. So, like, man, like that's. So yeah, nowadays you do have to consider the travel, right? And unfortunately, our wrestling promoters kind of want to downplay and lowball everything. You know what I mean? Like people who are not arm wrestlers want to treat you like, oh, You're asking for 1,000, and there's two. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. So Sylvester Stallone, Artem's rightfully pulling rank. Well, yeah, you can say that too, because the ranks out there. But as RVJ said, like, not even about the ranking. I did my begging. I uh I asked for Jason's match when I wanted it. I changed everything about the Jason because Jason was supposed to pull like I think Uncle John for some. I'm like, dude, I I begged. I did a lot of work to make sure me and Jason pull. So like I did the legwork, I did the begging, I came out on my own, did everything. You know what I mean? Uh so yeah, I am um there's nothing wrong with me for asking for something in return, and that's sure. Have to be like Hutchings. Well, and I am living by Todd Hutchings advices. And Todd accepts John Zhang's philosophy. It's all about the money by the end of the day. It's all it is. Because if you're not here for the money, you're gonna have a depression, headache, and CBS disease. So and it's great. I mean, and even Todd gets burned. Me and him have lost. I'm not gonna say how much, but we lost a lot of money going to Australia, right? And for me, it was a brutal trip. So that was not fun. For the only part that made it better for me at knowing that Todd have lost more money than I did, right? I'm like, oh man, fuck losing my match. Like, my bank account looks a little bit better than Todd by the end of the day. Not better. His bank account will always look better than mine. He's an engineer with a profession. But yeah, on that day, what happened? Yeah. So if it's not about the money, it's pointless. Yeah, that's true. Well, there's two things, right? It's about the money. It's about the money kind of like for the majority of time, unless you want to do something yourself. So can Travis beat Hermes? Yeah, I believe if Travis takes that offer and um if Travis takes that offer and he trains, but it has to be, I think it has to be a good offer to I don't think he's completely disagree with it. Yeah, I think he beats Hermes in my opinion. But I don't know. I think Hermes's left is also not clear, right? Like, because he pulled Artem. Artem technically the best dude on paper, so losing to him doesn't really tell you much. Like, yeah, okay, you can't beat number one guy. So are you number two guy or are you number 15 guy? Eli Brauhart. Oh, Eli, do I have to pull you? And again, is the right? So yeah, that's why I want to rest it, but right arm. I have to pull Eli too, in like on the 30th. Make sure I get that. Make sure I get him this time. See, losing to Eli bothered me. Not bothered me, but I kind of felt like I should have beaten him in the round robin, but the wasn't that day. But Eli will repull, right? But yeah, when Wright's feeling was sketchy, but we'll see. I hope I'm okay by then. You, Brandon, Jason all have unsold business left. No, 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 no. I beat Brand fair and square with a not big, but I'm always underweight versus anybody, right? Like Brand is like 220 dude. Jason's 210 guy, right? Maybe a little lighter right now, but if you have unresolved business, they'll need to come down like when I'm at my lowest, 189. But yeah, Jason for sure. I think. Well, I think it's all. I don't know how active this conversation is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like those weirdos from the state that I mentioned. That like, oh, you need to clean up after yourself and all that. You need to avenge. I'm like, I Brent is not coming down in weight. I don't think he's want to worry about the. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like talking to Brand. I feel like he probably likes getting invited and pulling people. I don't think he's super hot about left hand 198 or whatever. I feel like yeah, if Brent and Jason want to pull at this point, it's just a match. I don't think it's really to clean up anything in the past or something. Like I feel like time's changing, you know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of money getting offered on North American stage, right? We have a bunch of random tournaments. It's not like, when back in the days you have active hot tournaments and you have those dudes who are clearly the dogs, right? Like Tony Katowski, 165, right-handed, Paul Talbot left, 195, you got Todd Hutchings, 225, whatever it was like skinny Devon, but that changes too nowadays type thing, right? So I mean, yeah, I think state of army, I think North America, as far as who chasing who, is a little funny. If you're awake, I feel like if you're like not in the rankings at all, I feel like, and you just any guy coming up, you're in a good state because yeah, whoever's ranked now, go after them. You know what I mean? Try to do something. But if you're the guy that's like in those top five and you want to chase something, right-handed we have Craig Touye, right? He's obviously the dog, right? Like I guess Craig is established right-handed 200-pound guy. If you want to do something and be somebody, that's your guy to arm wrestle. And but left-handed, I think left-handed is funny. I think you can probably, I mean, I don't want to say my name, but I think it's, you can pull me like in the East Coast, right? And Vresh is obviously the dog, but Vresh travels for money. And I think to go beat Vresh, you need to go to Cali, right? Because he's out there. And I think after that, you have to just go up in class. Not up in weight if you can, but up in class too. You have to, that's what I'm saying. Like there's 242 dudes, supers. What I said earlier, I do want to be. I don't know how, like the whole yearage is funny, and it's all about when. I like what Ermi said on the podcast yesterday. Like, don't know when, but it is matter of when. If I can continue like my trajectory, the goal right now. If before I just wasn't sure what to do, but now everything that I want to do is left hand side of my body is to make sure I'm in that. I want to be number one guy in North America left-handed, but it's far from there. I'm kind of we should have overalls ranking in North America, so it's a kind of clear thing. But we just know our super heavyweight dudes are good. Like Cody is our dude, Corey West is our dude, right? I think Pavel is trying to get at them, so we kind of have our top left-handed guy as a super. So I would like to be there. I don't know how much weight it will, I need to be there, right? Because it's just tough to do it at the lighter weight. Even, Allergen shows like, that being 220, 230, like you there. So if I can get my body to 220, I think I'll be happy and I can do lots of damage. And but yeah, that's the goal. Like whoever's like whatever I want to do is my left hand for the next just for the next season, right? Because like it's all open now, like, and I want to do stuff. I want to openly crack more. It's people more above my weight and all that, and more questionable matches left-handed. So, um, right along there, I'll beat RVJ. So, there's that. Alrighty, guys. 2 hours by myself over here. Can clearly see my Adderall is stronger than Travis's and RVJ's today. Alrighty, so, and I'm sorry if I steer you guys from going and watching Engin and Le Mans, but if they're still live, that's the one to jump on to. But anybody else, I'll see you December 30th. Shit. You told RVJ to come there with his daughter. RVJ can pull me there left-handed. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything planned before. Well, I mean, I do want to rag on some Canadians when I'm there, but it's 2 weeks out. We can make it happen. We can make it happen. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. 2 hours. See you tomorrow.